Hey, fellas.
Hey, fellas.
Welcome to the fellas show.
Welcome.
Home of the sticky note.
Home of the sticky notes. Home of Fellas Friday. Friday,
True.
October 22nd. Welcome. We're back for yet another Fellas Friday. What a Fellas Thursday it was yesterday.
True. Fellas had a Thursday.
We did. NBA went, but NHL went, and then football went. Either somewhere in between. Yeah, day of sports yesterday. Thursday night football was kind of what we expected. Pretty shitty, bad, not very interesting, fun game, but it ended up being close. Hockey was good. Basketball was, besides the Heat absolutely destroying the Bucks, kind of fun to watch. The Clippers-Warriors game was pretty good. What else did we miss this year? Oh, baseball, of course. Dodgers absolutely crunched the Braves to try and even up the series. They're still down 2-3, now going back to Atlanta today, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping the Braves just win today because I do not want to see a Game 7 with the Dodgers because I am terrified of Dodgers in Game 7s.
Yeah.
And boy, do I not want to see them in the World Series. But we got sports today. We got news today, too. We got plenty to talk about. Seems like everything everything happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Everything is going on. There's scandals and rumors and controversies and more controversies and good news and bad news and all types of news. We should probably get into it, huh?
Let's.
Okay. We'll start with Let's start with Washington State, because then I'm going to transition, and it's going to be a good one. You watch.
Okay.
Washington State, if you don't know, fired 5 of their coaches due to COVID complications. Basically, 5 coaches said, I'm not getting the vaccine. Washington State said, if you don't get the vaccine, we're going to fire you. Coaches said, I'm still not getting the vaccine. Washington State said, okay, we're going to fire you. Nick Rolovich has become the highest profile football coach to lose his job after declining the COVID-19 vaccine. 4 assistant coaches were fired with him: defensive line coach, corners coach, co-offensive coordinator, and offensive line coach. Those are a lot of big names. Those are big coaches to be getting fired. Essentially, half the on-field staff exited mid-season, a situation that athletic director Pat Chun called unprecedented. Yeah, I'll give you that. And there will be plenty of debates, litigation, and politicizing the state of Washington's vaccine mandate and the coaches' choices to not follow it. One thing, they've left behind a very messy thing. We have to go forward, said athletic director, no matter what. There's some legal things going on here as well. There might be some suing going on. There might be some money settling going on here. But basically, this is real shitty for upperclassmen, which is what I'm getting the gist out of this article. Because that would just be terrible. Imagine being like a senior at Washington State, and half your coaching staff is just gone, and now you're just in a complete rebuild situation probably in your last year. And because of this, too.
Well, because the thing to remember with this one is the school didn't really fire them.
No.
The state of Washington requires all state/government employees to have it, and because it's the state school, they're technically state employees. Which I think is such a, I don't know. I guess they're technically state employees.
Yeah, they definitely are state employees.
I don't know if so is every professor state. They seem so separate. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. The coaches just don't
they're,
seem like they're
tucked
part
away.
of it. Yeah.
They're only in, like, the training building.
I know. Because professors, I'd be like, oh, yeah, absolutely, those are state employees. But then I think about the coaches, I'm like, I guess. I mean, when it technically boils down to it.
So is any public college?
Yes, technically.
They're all technically state.
Yes. Because public colleges are funded by taxpayers' money. So technically they are
$30,000 you give them every year.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, so that's
just a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Now, they have some upside. There's apparently the guys that are filling in are got a lot of passion, a lot of spirit, a lot of energy. Let's go. So not completely shut out everything,
ball
but
guy. Now I'm the head coach. Let's go.
seriously, it's about what it has to be too. So yeah, they're moving their quarterback, wide receiver, and back to quarterback, and they're a whole mess over there. So feel bad for them. Shitty situation. Surprised we haven't heard more of this, and maybe there is more of this going on, but maybe just not as high profile as Washington State.
I just think probably. I mean, not a lot of states actually have a mandate in. There's a lot of states with very, very strong suggestions.
Yeah.
But what I know, California, New York, I guess Washington for some reason,
and then select schools around are doing their own implications. I know.
I liked him on 30 Rock.
Yeah.
I liked him when he did the little Trump run on SNL.
Because I know Temple is terminating any professor that's not vaccinated.
Right, but see, and I think because that makes it easier when it's not an actual law in place.
Yeah.
Because if this was happening and say Washington was just like, oh, hey, we're requiring that all our staff get vaccinated, and the football coach is like, hey, I really don't want to get vaccinated. Can we kind of like do something so I don't have to leave in the middle of the season?
Yeah.
Me and like half of my staff, and they could probably work something out.
Yeah.
Because it's an independent decision made by the school.
Yeah. They'd probably be like, okay, coaches have to stay in this room at all times.
Like, yeah, you're gonna have to get tested.
Yeah. You're gonna have to get tested. You can't be in this location between these and these hours. You can't be this. Yeah, they would probably find a way. But when it's state law, yeah, that you're out of there. You're done. But it's interesting to see certain schools in certain states take stances on this. I guess not take stances, but.
Oh my God! I thought you were memeing Braxton. Holy shit!
Wait, Alec Baldwin shot someone?
He discharged a prop gun and it killed a crew member.
Nuh-uh.
And wounded a direct. What? Oh dang, he's looking grizzled. First of all.
Oh yeah.
That's not the Alec Baldwin I know.
What happened with that? Wait, he just shot someone?
Whoa! I hate to interrupt, but
no, this is news.
Alec Baldwin discharged a prop firearm. All right, so first off, if your prop firearm can shoot and kill somebody,
it's not a prop.
Might as well use the real thing and make it realistic, right?
Is someone going to jail for this? Like, who put a bullet in the prop gun?
There's so many questions here, and I'm hoping to unravel it, but
Let's keep reading. Let's
These are just like, no, don't worry, it's a prop. So he discharged the prop firearm. It killed the director of photography for the film and wounded the director. This was in Santa Fe County. Oh man, this is really sad. Alec Baldwin
Santa Fe,
was like,
California?
Yeah.
How the hell do you even get a bullet in Santa Fe, California?
I guess maybe the prop guns are the real guns and the real guns don't exist.
Wow.
But he was, man, so they caught him outside. He was on the phone crying outside of the sheriff's office. Apparently no one's pressing charges, which is good for
I would hope not.
Alec Baldwin.
God. I hope someone gets pressed charges and whoever put a damn real bullet in the gun.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Oh, the new film Rust. This happened on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wasn't that supposed to be like a bigger film?
Yeah. I mean, I heard of it, so
Morning
that's gotta
game.
mean something. Helena Hutchins, 42, died in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Joel Souza, 48 years old, he's receiving emergency care.
He was just trying to 1v1 on Rust.
Oh my God, he was just trying to 1v1 on Rust.
That's actually really terrible. Like, really sad.
This is crazy.
Like,
yeah. He's a star in the film and a producer, Alec Baldwin is. He went to the sheriff's office willingly, provided a statement. All right, now someone explain how a prop gun kills somebody.
you know what this sounds like? What's that movie with... Oh, is it Robert Downey? No, it's not Robert Downey. Is it Robert Downey? And Christian Bale. The Batman guy. They're magicians. and it's they're magicians, and the one clones himself. They find a way to clone themselves, and then they're like rival magicians, and then they try to kill each other. It's a whole thing. What is that called? Damn it! Best magic movies. It's gonna pop up first, guaranteed. Prestige. Thank you, Jono. Prestige. That sounds like some Prestige shit when he's like, oh, someone in the crowd, and then the guy puts the bullet in the barrel, and he's like, does the thing. That's exactly what that sounds like. Anyways. No, not now. You shut up, Braxton.
Prestige.
It's Prestige. Thanks, Johnny O. Appreciate you.
Jono.
Anyways. Great movie, by the way. If you've never seen Prestige, you need to watch it. Blow your mind.
This whole rest of this article is just describing what the show is.
No, I want to know what happened. How did
How
a bullet get in the gun?
all they say is,
All right, we need to figure out this.
we will continue working with everyone to understand how to prevent something like this from happening again. I didn't know prop guns could kill people. And this is really unsettling to me because now I don't know what else I don't know, you know?
All right, so there's 2 articles here. Should I click on the Fox News one or the CNN one about it?
I'm on the Santa Fe New Mexican.com one.
I'm going to go with the CNN one because I have a feeling they're a little more
That might have
aggressive
been the one
about
I
this
clicked,
topic.
though.
Oh, is it? I have a feeling they might be a little more aggressive about the gun topic.
Yeah, but it's not even a real gun, so do you think they're... What
Well,
is it?
A prop. Wait. Here we go. A prop master explains how a prop gun be dangerous.
Yeah, this is the professional.
This is CNN. Thank you very much.
The prop master explains how a prop gun be dangerous.
How can a prop gun kill someone? Prop weapons do have a dangerous factor to them, even though they're a lot safer than using a live firearm on set. Aren't they just shooting? Okay. Says Joseph Fisher, prop master who works. That sounds like a.
I guess if something gets in there.
I guess, but that sounds like a made-up job, by the way. A prop master
No,
who works
dude,
on
you
movie
wish
sets
you
and
were
has
a prop
handled
master.
weapons in the military and with the New York Police Department. Typical prop load will be about 25 to 50% of the gunpowder in an actual projectile load that would be used in a regular weapon. Why can't we just use the old blanks that we used to use in the revolvers back when we were kids? You know, like the old blank shooters and shit. Like
the pop guns.
yeah, the pop guns. Why can't we just use shit like
I
that?
don't know if that gives the same
Even though there
effect.
is no physical projectile mounted on the cartridge, there will be gas, heat, and air coming out of the weapon since there is gunpowder load present. And those can cause physical injury within 25 to 50 feet, depending on the load. Fisher said that those on set take extreme caution with any kind of weapons, whether they be prop guns, blank guns, and anything in between. Typically, we do a safety brief with the cast and crew. We'll introduce the weapon to the cast and crew. We let them examine it. We'll explain the safety precautions that go with each type of prop weapon. In a scene involving prop guns, we do safety distances. We try to keep the actors slightly misaligned with the weapon so that the person firing the weapon is firing straight this way. The other actor in the frame is just slightly off. This isn't the first time someone was killed on a movie set with a prop gun. I am so confused. So what, they just too big of a load?
Huge load.
Huge load.
That's what they say. I just don't understand. So maybe I might just be big stupid man.
This is
But how does heat and gas kill someone from 50 feet away?
Yeah,
Because if so, like, I'm not trying to go kill anybody, but if I have a magical gun that can shoot heat and kill people within a 50-foot radius, I'm gonna get one of those, just in case. It's like
They
a
all
prop
can-
AR
they
that
all-
shoots heat bullets.
They all contain a charge, a powder that creates the noise and the explosive, the visual blast, and usually it's some kind of wire or something that explodes out of the weapon when it's fired. The former police chief, blah, blah, blah. By the way, this is how Bruce Lee's son died, Brandon Lee.
Whoa.
While filming the movie The Crow in 1993, actor Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee, was killed when struck by a bullet from a gun that was supposed to have just blanks, but had a bullet lodged in the barrel.
Well, that's
Now that's a little different.
Planted. Philly rats are dealt with Philly bats. That's true. But I'm saying if we got a prop AR and just unloaded heated wires on them or whatever it does. Now that's how do you get a bullet in a prop gun?
Yeah, that's a little different.
That's sketchy. So are prop guns literally just real guns that just happen to not have a regular?
I feel like we
inside?
should maybe change how prop guns work. It seems like this is a very avoidable.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I figured in the last like 2-3 years, that basically everything was CGI anyway.
I just don't understand how.
I didn't know there was still like.
Why are you trying to make a fake gun so real? Like, dude, just fire the thing and use CGI to make the bullet go through the Like, this is very easy to do. Like, I could make a prop gun very easily without killing someone. It's not hard. You put gunpowder in it. You don't put a bullet in it. You pull the trigger back and you shoot, and nothing happens.
I would agree, but I fear the worst.
Like, how do you? I just don't. All right.
So.
Anyway, well, Brandon Lee's family actually tweeted out after what happened yesterday. Our hearts go out to the family of I should probably get this right. Helena Hutchins.
Yeah, it looks like Helena.
H. Hutchins, sorry if I got that wrong. And to Joel Souza, and all involved in the incident on Rust. No one should ever be killed by a gun on a film set, period.
True.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I'm in full agreement with that. Not controversial.
This is so wild. Wow. I feel terrible for Alec Baldwin, honestly.
Well,
you can't come back from that.
I have a question.
Okay.
About it.
I might have an answer.
Was Alec Baldwin filming a scene?
Yeah, they were in the middle of a scene.
Okay, because then it's like there is nothing you can do. That's really sad. Because like it'd be one thing if he was like fucking, whoa,
yeah,
whoa. But yeah, if you're in the middle of a scene and that happens, it sounds like clearly whoever on the set who's responsible for the safety precautions regarding that gun did not know that someone was in the wrong spot.
Someone's getting their ass sued. Someone's getting their ass sued too.
And I mean, no one's pressing charges on Alec.
No,
which
absolutely
is good,
not.
Obviously, if he's filming a scene, he doesn't deserve that. Already has the weight of.
Dude, can you imagine
I can't.
Pulling the trigger on someone when you don't know? Whoa. He is not coming back from that.
All right, imagine if you had like one of those fake knives that like with the spring that goes in when you hit it, and you just killed someone.
Yeah, and you just didn't, there's no spring.
Like
Jesus.
Yeah, man, that's a shame. She's pretty young, apparently making a good name for herself out in cinema world. Shout out, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah,
very
seriously.
Sad. Hopefully,
someone check on Alec.
The director
Baldwin
guy's okay. Yeah, and hopefully Alec's not taking this too hard, but it's hard not to.
Yeah, hey, you're gonna go to work today and accidentally kill someone.
That would be like, it would take me so long to wrap my head around that I just like.
He probably just stared at it. Was like,
is this the real gun?
You think at first he was like,
is this the gun?
You think at first he like laughed and he's like, haha, stop faking it.
I don't know. I don't know how bad it was. I don't know what it looks like to get shot by it.
I can't say I've ever seen someone get shot.
Well, I've seen someone get not by a fake gun.
Best waiver wire pick of.
You know what I mean? Like, does whatever that wire thing go into? Like, does it? I don't know. Like, what kills you? What part? You know?
It must have just been some kind of like debris in the barrel, and it just had enough power to go through.
Because with a bullet, it's like, oh, okay, so there's the hole in you.
Yeah.
And that's probably why you're dying. But I just wonder, like, oh, man, it's...
Wow. I have lots of questions. So many questions. Someone deserves to get put in the jail cell for this one. I just don't, how does this, I just don't get it. As someone who grew up around a lot of guns and stuff like that, and shot a lot of guns and stuff like that, I can't wrap my head around this one. Like, I just don't understand. How is there not safety in, like, how do you do that?
Whoever was supposed to be saying, hey, don't stand there.
And also, real gun, prop gun, blanks or not, you don't point a real gun at someone, or you don't point a gun at someone. And like they said, you normally like aim off, and he might have, and it's still.
Well,
like,
yeah, but she wasn't the actress.
Oh yeah, probably like behind and everything.
She's like the director.
Yeah,
of
so it's probably like
she
way
might
behind.
be squatted in a weird
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Camera,
You're right.
like,
You're right.
you
You're
don't
right.
know
Yeah.
what's-
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like whoever's supposed to be around that scene, saying, "Hey, that's the area that you could die in."
Yeah.
From like here to here at the end of this barrel of this gun. Was not doing that, which I'm pretty sure is definitely a job. Maybe that's what the prop master should be out there doing. What I've now learned is a job. The prop master should be out there saying, "Hey, that's a prop danger zone." He's gotta mark that off with cones.
Yeah. Wow.
That's wild. Wow.
All right. So not to keep on the topic of
Alec Baldwin.
people dying and stuff, but this actually has to be addressed because this is terrible. LA County is basically being the most disrespectful, worst kind of people to Vanessa Bryant right now.
Geez.
It's real bad.
These
Obviously, Kobe and Gianna,
yeah,
died in a
Rest in
helicopter
peace.
crash last January now.
Yeah.
Not the two Januaries ago.
20.
In cooler news, Patty has new shoes dropping tomorrow. Those are pretty cool. Braxton showed me.
Really?
They're
Cool.
pretty tough. Anyways, blah 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 blah. There's things that happened. So she shared with Sheriff Alex Villanueva her worries that the crash site wasn't secure. Villanueva promised that his deputies were in the process of doing just that. Turns out it was the deputies who Vanessa needed to worry about. While the paparazzi never got there, at least 8 LA County deputies and firefighters used personal cell phones to snap and later privately share dozens of gratuitous photos of dead children, parents, and coaches. As stated in a federal lawsuit Vanessa Bryant filed against Los Angeles County, one deputy alone took between 25 and 100 photos focused directly on the victim's remains. None were authorized to do so of any official investigation by the county coroner of the National Transportation Safety Board. The photos were of no investigative worth. This was just pathetic, unprofessional behavior. Villanueva, the police chief, later demanded that all photos be deleted. Bryant isn't sure that this was successful, especially after they were pinged around the department, shared with certain friends, and in one case flashed around a local bar by a deputy like a big catch from a fishing trip. While the images haven't reached the widespread public, at least not yet, Bryant, as well as 3 other families of victims who filed their own lawsuits, contend that the first responders compounded their already immeasurable pain. Ms. Bryant feels ill at the thought of strangers gawking at images of her deceased husband and child, and she lives in fear that she or her children will one day confront horrific images of their loved ones, Bryant's lawsuit states. The sheriff's department doesn't dispute that the photos were taken and passed around, actions that are... And then anyways, in the lawsuit itself, it says the biggest threat to the sanctity of the victim's remains proved to be the sheriff's department itself. Faced with a scene of unimaginable loss, no fewer than 8 sheriff's deputies at the crash site pulled out their personal phone and snapped. Yes. So all this happened. Take care of the problem. LA County messed up. Move on, delete the things. You'd think, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, No, I mean, they said don't take pictures, and then they took 100
No,
pictures,
I mean, like...
so I don't trust them to delete
No,
it
I mean,
either.
like, LA County obviously was in the wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Except that you were in the wrong. Fire, do whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be...
They have no grounds.
No. I agree. Except now, yet in defending itself in the lawsuits, the county has applied increasingly aggressive measures that appear less designed to create any tangible legal advantage as much as scare Bryant and the others into settling, if not dropping, their lawsuits. So not only did they do all this stuff, now they are trying to defend it and come back after Vanessa and trying to drop her lawsuit and shit.
That's because there's a certain level, obviously, in a court. You defend yourself if you're the defendant.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense. But to turn it around, like, why?
Like, why are you going after this woman? She lost her husband and her kid, and now you're just like, drop it. So
I mean, yeah, and
like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Is there any kind of like idea of what those tactics are like?
In all sessions, what can run up to 8 hours would be audio and video recorded, creating one more personal thing Bryant and others have to worry about possibly becoming public in a lawsuit about fearing personal things becoming public. Judge has yet to rule on the motion. While emotionally charged legal fights often require vicious attorney tactics, in this case, when the bully is the government and the bullied are grieving parents and children who are wronged by those who they trusted to care and protect their loved ones, questions arise about exactly how aggressive the county should be. LA County has expressed its sympathies to the family, but little else. Start with the fact none of the sheriff's deputies were fired. Problem number one. Department policy at the time prohibited photos of crime scenes, but not accident scenes. So even they went against their own policies. Like, hey, your policy states if that happens, they have to be fired. Not only is it high profile and everything, you just haven't taken any action.
You can't even, because then the crime scene, accident scene is a very important distinction. Because there is no, you don't need evidence.
Oh, this paragraph made me real angry.
Angrier?
Attorneys for LA County said in a statement, there's been no public disclosure of crash site photos. None. So we see this case as a money grab and are doing what's necessary to defend our clients. Vanessa Bryant, a money grab. Right, yeah. Okay. I'm sure they're real strapped for cash right now. Yeah. I'm sure that life insurance policy is real. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't a premium or anything like that. And I'm sure all the money that they've made in their whole entire life. Yeah, I'm sure they just need some more money.
And I'm sure her first thought
was, I'm going to get as much money for this as fucking possible.
Closest family.
What the hell is wrong with people? Also, what lawyer says that?
And it's so messed up. You know what's even more messed up about that? This is only as high profile as it is because we're talking about Vanessa Bryant. But what you mentioned before, every other victim's family is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And they're getting treated the same way, except they don't have the money in the first place. So this would actually be like a huge thing for them who just experienced a huge loss in their family.
And they're not going for money grabs either, because I'm pretty sure at one point I heard Vanessa Bryant helped out those families in an insane way.
Hey, that's fantastic if she did.
I'm pretty sure that she did. And so there's no money grab here. Someone's just trying to get the right thing.
And the other thing, if it was a money grab, you'd settle out of court. You know they are willing to put up a lot of money for this kind of article to not be out there.
Yeah, right.
You know they're willing to pay a lot. It's not a money grab, and I'm glad there's.
And there's nothing about money in this. It's just the fact that they didn't want pictures of their dead family out there. There's nothing to do with money here.
Because even if the taking of the pictures is already the illegal part. You don't have to show it to anyone. It's like if you steal something, you steal a pair of shoes, you don't get arrested because you were wearing it around. You get arrested for stealing the shoes. These guys, and I'm glad they're continuing to actually press these charges and take it all the way through, because there should be some, this is messed up. They shouldn't still have their jobs. They shouldn't still have their jobs.
Yeah, Jesus. Bryant's attorney said this lawsuit is about accountability and about preventing this disgraceful behavior from happening to other families in the future. Yes.
It's very...
The reasonable attorney. The county is pressing on, however, asking devastated family members to prove their devastation. There's just got to be a different way to be doing this.
Man.
The actions were so grotesque that in the wake of the scandal, California quickly passed the so-called Invasion of Privacy First Responders Law immediately after this happened, criminalizing this behavior. And Villanueva, the sheriff, even supported it. He was in support of it.
I think the sheriff guy knows what's going on. I think he seems like
he's probably trying to protect his boys.
I don't even know.
At the same time being yeah, you guys majorly screwed up.
I think because it seems like he's been that's not allowed. Yeah, that's not allowed.
But yeah, I mean, but at the same time, he should have fired him then. They should be gone.
Yeah.
At least a couple.
I'm a little bit maybe this is all pending on the actual thing.
Yeah.
On the actual trial. But yeah, if they did something that they had to incorporate a law to make criminal afterwards, probably shouldn't have. If you manage to invent a new crime, you shouldn't be a police officer.
Yeah, if 8 police officers somehow made a new law,
break it down.
Good. They want Bryant to pass a psych test before it goes to trial. Jesus Christ.
I just it doesn't. I don't think it has that much to do with Vanessa, which sucks for her. the fact that
Yeah, honestly, this
just sucks that she's so far dragged into this because it doesn't have anything. It's a simple action that was taken by the one people that you should expect to be able to trust to not do that action, and that's where it starts and ends. You know, the sharing of it is just extra shittiness on the side. Whatever trauma and everything they're going through is extra shittiness on the beginning. Like the start and end is like right there, and it's very clear cut. Like, that's not good.
I'll leave the story with this. The sheriff's department isn't sure, quote, the nature and extent of Brian's trauma.
Why does it? But it doesn't matter.
That is so ridiculous.
It doesn't matter. She could be jumping for joy. That everything happens. She could
and
be
it's still
so
and
happy.
it's still
it's the same case. That doesn't. That's just making it subjective. You know, why would you purposely make something subjective instead of
my blood is boiling on this fella's Friday.
Stupid.
Woo! Give me some
Oh, he's heating up. Oh lordy. We need to go to LA. Cause that's where the prop gun shot too.
What the hell is going on with LA?
I don't know.
This is why California is the worst state.
Quality.
They can't think straight. None of them.
Oh man, I wish everyone would heed my warnings I do on the weather.
Stop breathing in LA.
Yeah, we'd have a lot less problems if everyone in LA stopped breathing. And see the cops. This is unfortunate because the cops should be guilty and Alec Baldwin should be living his best life.
Yeah.
But instead, it's reversed.
And instead, the
Alec
cops
Baldwin,
are trying to fight what they did wrong, and Alec Baldwin's crying.
Baldwin is dealing with a murder on his shoulders.
Good God.
What does the world come to? Do we have any feel-good news? It's supposed to be Friday.
Yes. Congress is finally investigating the Washington football team. Let's go. Oh.
That's not that feel-good.
Yes, it is. I feel good about this. Not with what happened in Washington football team, but I'm glad that there's finally an investigation going on. Let's go. As we all know, there's tons of things going on with everything, but now we have an official Congress investigation. Reps Carolyn B. Maloney and Raja Krishnamurthy today sent a letter to NFL Roger Goodell requesting documents and information regarding the Washington football team's hostile workplace culture and NFL's handling of this matter. So not only is the Washington football team in trouble...
Wait, it sounds like they're investigating the investigation.
Kind of, yes. They're wondering why nothing was done even though an investigation proved what was going on.
Now, this is where I'm a little lost on this thing. Perhaps you can help me out. So, it's not still undergoing? Did the NFL conclude theirs? And say, nothing really going on.
I think the NFL did it. Was like, oh, that's a hostile work environment.
Oh yeah.
They fined Dan Snyder $10 million.
Yeah.
And then it was just they didn't make him do anything else. They just fined him $10 million and was like, oh. And then they hired a black guy as their president of operations, and it was like, ooh, yay, everything's good. We hired.
Dan Snyder is a beautiful man.
Yeah, Washington football.
So, okay. So, do you think it was then the John Gruden thing happens, and they're like, so you're sitting on top of all of these important
and you
things,
still haven't.
You haven't even mentioned any of that, and they're like, all right, hand it over.
And this is not even fully on Washington football team. They want answers from Roger Goodell now. They're wondering, what the hell are you doing here?
I know everyone had a big question when it first had started because they were doing the investigation and stuff. It's like, everyone's like, yeah, is the NFL going to be impartial doing an investigation of their own team?
Yeah. So the letter outlined the specific allegations made against the Washington football team and addressed how the league has responded to those allegations. Yeah. The letter then referenced emails between former team general manager Bruce Allen and NFL general counsel Jeff Posh, Maloney and Krishnamurthy. Alleged communication between Allen and Posh may have influenced how the league handled the investigation. Quote, we have serious concerns about what appears to be widespread abusive workplace conduct at the Washington football team and about the NFL's handling of this matter. Communications between league management and Washington football team leadership also raised questions about the league's asserted impartiality in these investigations. In addition, we are deeply troubled by the reported use of non-disclosure agreements to potentially conceal inappropriate behavior, including conduct that is prohibited by federal laws such as Title IX and Civil Rights Act.
He's just down there, M&M in hand, just like smashing that button for 6 hours a day. Just delete, eat, delete, eat, delete.
Yeah, seriously. Congress wants to know more about the investigation to, quote, help inform legislative efforts to address toxic workplace environments. Now, the second part of this is Congress wants answers from Roger Goodell. In addition to asking for materials, Congress also requested NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell answer questions regarding the investigation. Congress wants to know why the NFL agreed to oversee the investigation.
That's a good question.
Whether it made changes to the initial findings by Beth Wilkinson, who was
That's a good question.
Who was
she was a private investigator hired, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Who was hired by the team to investigate the team's culture and the role.
I remember that.
And the role the league played in Wilkinson's investigation. Congress also wants to know about any confidentiality and non-disclosure agreements reported to the league since 2016. So any settlements,
so this
anything.
Really is an investigation of the investigation.
Yes. Maloney is the chairwoman of the committee. Whoa. Okay. Maloney is the chairwoman of the Committee on Oversight and Reform. The final paragraph of the letter to Goodell states the committee, quote, has broad authority to investigate any matter at any time under House Rule X. Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Dude, they just come to the door. Yeah. Heard you got some plates up in your room.
And then
put those in the dishwasher, pal.
And then the last part of this Washington football team being investigated for toxic culture, obviously. The football team is being investigated after being accused of having a highly unprofessional workplace. Over 40 women have accused team owner Dan Schneider and various other executives of serious sexual misconduct. Yeah. Football team hired Wilkinson to look into these investigations. Wilkinson then submitted. The NFL fined the team $10 million as a result of the team's investigation, although they did absolutely nothing else besides fine him $10 million. Since the completion of the investigation, some of the team's accusers have alleged the team offered payment for silence on issues of sexual harassment. No.
The Washington football team?
No. Emails from that investigation between Alan Posh and former Las Vegas Raiders coach John Gruden were leaked in October. Gruden resigned. Yeah. Those emails made up a small portion of the 650,000 emails reviewed in the investigation. Following the leak of Allen's emails, many have called for additional emails to be released by the league. The league claimed no additional personnel were implicated in the remaining emails, an assertion that has drawn scrutiny. Yeah, no shit. Woo!
All right. So now we really will see what we see. I can't wait. So what's going to happen now? Probably.
Yeah, what is the prediction here?
I mean, I think it's going to be pretty obvious.
The tea is hot today, Isaac.
The
tea is boiling.
Look, man, the kitchen's hot. You either stay in, you get out. We'll serve you the food, but it's piping hot.
You should feel how sweaty my back is right now. I am heating up over here.
I am. Yeah, Snyder's done for. Now, the interesting thing is, just keep in mind, it's always something to look at. Anytime stuff like this is changing hands is when it leaks.
Yeah.
So
someone somewhere, some intern saw something they weren't supposed to.
People are gonna get fired. Mm-hmm. Again, it's like, it's just so crazy. Yeah, honestly, they gotta get rid of Snyder. And I think the fact that Congress, the only thing that Goodell probably fears more than an NFL owner, which is not much.
Nope.
Probably not even death.
Nope.
But Congress might be it.
Yeah, government coming in and, because honestly, I agree.
Rat?
Obviously, there's definitely a rat. I've been on Al Snyder for 3 years now, talking about Snyder for this man for a really long time.
I know.
Before anything came to fruition about this man, I've been saying this man needs to leave.
He was always just a bad owner.
Yeah, he's just a bad owner, not a good guy. But we're to the point now where it's not Al Snyder. I want Snyder in handcuffs at this point. Like, this man has gotten away with so much shit.
Well, and there's so many angles you can say. It's like, for the NFL, he needs to sell that team, so he's not an owner in the NFL.
Yeah. But he's done
general crimes,
illegal things that if anyone else in the world would have done, they'd be in handcuffs in prison right now. But the fact that he has billions of dollars, he's still sitting, and he's just had everyone take the fall for him.
Yeah,
it's
insane.
incredible that he's still up there.
Yeah, and it's like, again, I always have to be very careful how I wear this, but it's like, I don't feel bad for John Gruden.
No.
But it's just crazy
that
out
he,
of everything,
he was the first one to take a fall.
Yeah, probably everything that's going to be looked through in this all investigation is going to be, like, there's going to be a lot more dominoes now. It's just crazy that he
It should have been that, like, obviously Dan Schneider gets in trouble, blah, 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 and then it works its way down to John Gruden also gets himself in trouble. You go down, that's the problem with it. Like, I can't believe he's the first one to get in trouble through all of this.
I would definitely I would be so pissed though.
Because
you can't say like
he's not justified for anything.
Bad dude, bad
but
thoughts.
But he
in his
didn't
head.
commit a crime. He said very stupid things that shouldn't be supported, and he should be fired.
It's more of a company policy more than a law.
But there are people. Criminals that are still have their jobs, and this man got ousted first.
Yeah.
Like, criminals.
See, if I was Gruden, I just would have been on a tear, dude.
Dude, if I was Gruden, I would have turned around and been like, "Oh yeah."
I ever got from Bruce Allen is on like CNN right now.
You think they paid him to keep his mouth shut?
I think
they were probably terrified when he first got in trouble.
I think he's just was ashamed. I think like it's one of those things where I don't think he's necessarily in person a super terrible guy. He probably has those thoughts, but you can't be an NFL coach and be a huge racist to everyone.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't work out. So I think it's one of those things where I bet he was truly like ashamed of himself, you know?
I believe that, yeah.
Especially with like and feeling like, you know,
probably feeling a little sorry for himself.
Sorry for yourself.
And also like, why the hell would I ever do that? Yeah.
You know, sorry to the team because I know he loved coaching the Raiders, man. He liked being down there. So like,
dude, I can't.
I don't think he was immediately on that revenge tour.
And I can't imagine how like what he had to say to Carl Nassib. Like, dude, that.
I don't know if
he ever had a conversation. I mean, he should have had a conversation with him after, and I'm sure Carl Nassib took the high road and was like, "You're good, dude." Like,
I mean, you know what? Hey. He seems like a really tough guy, that Carl. And I'm sure. I feel like I don't know why. I just feel like he would have said, "I've heard worse," and then like moved on.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just remember him from Hard Knocks. Did you see the season? The Browns season of Hard Knocks. He was the one doing all the finances on the whiteboard. He's like, "You make this investment." So he's also very
smart guy.
Well, it's like if you can get an average return of 10%, you invest this much every year. I'm like, dang, bro. He was like, bro, what's savings account? You get 10% interest.
Yeah, holy shit.
What? Hey,
that's that Roth IRA, bro.
That's dude. You gotta get. Hey,
that is true, Cam.
Yeah, that is very smart. Yeah, you don't want him. You don't want to get him dragged in just because I think honestly, I've been really happy with how he's being handled as being the only gay player because no one really talks about it, and that's how it should.
And that's how it should be.
It should just be normal.
My worries was the media was going to be like, kind of putting the whole entire LGBTQ plus community on his shoulders.
What do you have to say? What do you have to say?
It's like you can't do that. Like he doesn't want to be the spokesperson for every single gay person in America. Like he just wants to play football. He's like,
I'm a football player and
I'm also gay.
And I'm glad that's how we're treating it because that really is like I feel like that's the best way to actually get to just being integrated and normal is to just act like it's normal.
Yeah.
Which it is normal.
Yeah,
because it's not that hard.
And also, and we've talked about this before. Statistically speaking, there are a lot more gay people in the NFL.
Yeah, dude.
Statistically, there's just way more gay people than Carl Nassib in the NFL.
I looked up. I wanted to see like how many like professional athletes have been gay, and it was like 80% of the list. No, not even 80. Probably 99% of the list was like after retirement.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Him and his husband moved out, whatever, and had a great time.
Like, yeah, Isaac. You're right.
That's a good way of putting it.
Like I said, don't want to justify it, but it's terrible that he was the first one to go down.
It's not even like I just can't believe it. Like out of that's the weirdest thing. Could be. I'm starting to feel more and more conspiratorial towards it.
Yeah.
Not in like some grand thing, but like.
Like they made him go down first to be like the face of this whole thing.
It'd be very strange that the only thing that happened was these emails leaked by a source that we don't even know that is in the NFL apparently.
How have we not found the source yet?
I don't know. And it's like, all right, well, who would want him out of Oakland? Do we trace the money? That's what people always say. But I don't know where the money is.
I don't know. Also, the reason that the football team was investigated in the first place is because the women in the workplace went after the sponsors of.
It's smart.
Very smart. They went after all the big sponsors and were like, "This is what you're supporting right now," and it
That's
made
how,
all the sponsors say some things, and yeah, that's how.
That's what got YouTube.
Really?
How everyone talks about now, the demonetization, the copyright claims, all that stuff. There used to be back in like 2013, like remember when people would actually watch like ISIS beheadings and stuff?
Oh,
like when you had the weird kid in your class that was like,
"Look at this."
Yeah, so apparently they used to just be like on. There used to be very lax things. It was against YouTube policies, but not that many people were checking.
Yeah,
that was kind of the thing. And someone was like, "Yo, look at this! There's a Pepsi ad on this beheading video." So then they were like, all the sponsors were like, "You can't put my ad on this kind of content, and it went from like people getting their heads chopped off to like saying like, "Oh, goddamn it!" And then that's like, "Oh, that's a flag. Can't be sponsored. Can't be sponsored." And that's what it is. As soon as you get the sponsors and the money involved,
if you want things to change, find the source of the money.
If you want a corporation to change,
find where they're getting their money from and go after them. Don't go after the corporation. Find how they're getting their money and go after them.
Yeah, I wonder if Mark Davis was linked on that that email chain, and he was just like, "All right, Johnny, it's time to go."
Wow. There's more. We got more things. We got more. This might be an extended little period of news today. Enes Kanter is back in the news. I kind of like this guy, by the way.
Do you know, like...
Is it Enes or Enes?
Enes,
okay.
Yeah, do you know, like, his whole... What has happened in Turkey?
Yeah, he's, like, there's, like, a hit out for him in Turkey, right?
Yes, he's been excommunicated from the country.
Yeah.
He is
and
not
his family's,
his
like... Yeah.
since he's been drafted. They have to... Did you know... They have to...
They're in, like, witness protection, right?
Yeah, they actually have to find someone else to use a secure, like, private VPN proxy type thing that scramble their IP so it doesn't seem like it's coming out of Turkey, just to like send them an email. Like the country raided their house and took all their electronics because they thought they were talking to their son, who has been in America since the day he got drafted and has not actually spoken in the face. It's insane. Not talked about enough. One of the most insane things in sports. And, like, Enes Kanter does not get enough credit for just being here balling out. Well, like, he's just, like...
And this is not the only person that's like this, too. You remember Adam Panarin last year for the New York Rangers? He had to take a leave of absence because his family was threatening to get killed.
That's right, dude.
There was, like, a 4-day time span where he had to go and, like, basically witness protection as well because he was, like, afraid for his life.
Well, remember, there was that time Enes Kanter was in, like, that hotel, and they had to completely
I
lock
remember
it down.
that. Yeah. Anyways, so
Crazy
Enes Kanter criticizes the Chinese government about the repression and everything, kind of what Daryl Morey did before and LeBron did until LeBron was like, "Oh, this is going to affect my paycheck. Now let's go on the other side of it." Anyways, the NBA's Chinese broadcaster partner abruptly erased Boston Celtics highlights and live streams from its website and app on Thursday, not long after Celtics center Enes Kanter called Chinese leader Xi Jinping,
Winnie the Pooh.
Got it, a brutal dictator. Kanter, in multiple social media posts Wednesday, spoke out against cultural genocide in Tibet and autonomous region to the west of China, where the Chinese government has cracked down on freedoms and exerted control. The swift response of Tencent, a Chinese internet technology company that in 2019 agreed to a 5-year, $1.5 billion expansion of its partnership with the NBA, is reminiscent of the early stages of China. Oh my God, I can't talk. 5-year, $1.5 million deal expansion of its partnership with the NBA is reminiscent of the early stages of China's response to Daryl Morey's 2019 tweet in support of pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong. Morey's words led to an international firestorm, a brief NBA blackout in China, and simmering tensions between the league and country where it boasts millions of fans. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and other executives moved to quell those tensions. Silver later estimated that the dispute would cost the NBA hundreds of millions of dollars, but the relationship has since improved. Oh, darn, you lost some money. China's various crackdowns on human rights, though, have continued. Among the many alleged abuses that are in Tibet, Cantor, who is Turkish, obviously decreed them in a minutes-long video and follow-up tweet. Free Tibet, Cantor said. Tibet belongs in Tibetans. Communist country, what do you expect? Yeah, it's... should we watch this? Should we listen to this?
Yeah.
All right, this is Anis Cantor talking about this.
Is free Tibet. Tibet belongs to Tibetans. I'm here to add my voice and speak out about what is happening in Tibet. Under the Chinese government's brutal rule, Tibetan people's basic rights and freedoms are not existent. They are not allowed to study and learn their language and culture freely. They are not allowed to travel freely. They are not allowed to access information freely. The Tibetan people are not even allowed to worship freely. For more than 70 years, Tibetan monks, nuns, intellectuals, writers, poets, community leaders, activists, and many more have been detained, sent to political re-education classes, subject to torture, lengthy interrogations, and even been executed simply for exercising the freedom that you and I take for granted. There have been more than 5,000 political prisoners in Tibet the last 25 years. 5,000. Did you know that simply owning a photo of the Dalai Lama in Tibet is grounds for arrest? Even flying the Tibetan national flag.
So it came out. There's a whole another 2 minutes of that video basically, and he just talks about all the problems that are going on. On Wednesday night, he wore shoes that said "Free Tibet," everything like that, and the backlash obviously in China was terrible. According to reports, Chinese social media platforms were filled with angry messages, some calling for a boycott. A Chinese Celtics fan account said they would stop posting about the team. Pro-Tibetan or Tibetan independence messages are illegal in China. The Chinese Communist Party considers Tibet part of its empire and has ever since it seized the territory in 1950.
Here's and I think the main thing to.
Yeah.
That's true. It's crazy how long it's
And
so many crazy things. First thing is, imagine if, like, I get it, we are not a perfect country.
No.
But here's the thing. There are plenty of people who have no right or understanding or facts or anything. Right.
Like,
people have no, like, with absolutely no reason backing them up, will just shit on whatever they want about, like, the United States. Yeah. But hey, you're allowed to. No one's gonna come to your door and arrest you.
Yeah. And
isn't that nice? Isn't that good in itself?
And
at least
I never obviously we all know that China is bad and whatever they do.
About them harvesting organs?
Yeah, they do everything.
That got reported like 4 years ago, and I think literally Squid Game is the reason people care about it again.
Yeah, I know, seriously. And not to bring up this again, but when I was in Japan, I fully understood. I didn't quite grasp how bad China was until I went there and understood it from like the Asian perspective and what China's doing over there. China's literally trying to rule the world. Like, they are buying up. So Thailand is in a very terrible state right now because Thailand doesn't really have its own power. It's kind of relying on its allies to help them through everything. Because Thailand's just a small place that's we're nice people, like we're nice and and then China. So what China is doing is trying to buy up all the news media in Thailand. The Chinese corporations are trying to buy up all the news networks in Thailand in order to push their agendas and things like that. They won't even allow them to have their own news companies, and they have so much money that it's like working. So all the other Asian countries are trying to help Thailand not get bought up by China, basically, and get ruled by China. This is how ridiculous this shit is. When I was there, if you mention China, everyone's just like, whew. Like, you just don't. It's a bad place. Like, it is such a bad place.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad, too, because if you're Chinese in Japan, you are looked down upon immediately. Just because it's that bad. It's that bad. So, yeah, it's very, very bad. And also, props to Anis Cantor, because I'm not going to lie. I like to speak out about stuff. I don't think I would have had the balls to do that. Like, dude,
Yeah,
this man
he's
now has
very-
he probably has hits on him from Turkey. Now he has hits on him from China. This man is, holy shit. Like, kind of impressive that he did that because, boy, I'd be terrified for my life if I'm Enes Kanter right now. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, I think. Even though other day we call it.
Wow.
That was a good point. I didn't even
Very
think about that.
Yeah, Enes Kanter's very well spoken too.
Super well spoken.
Very well spoken. I love just like rolling the stats and everything. Love it. Random hot take that has to do with China, just because I've been thinking about it a lot. You know how all our entire supply chain is ruined?
Yeah.
And nobody can get anything?
Yeah.
I have a strange hope that.
Isaac, were you really born in Thailand?
Whoa. Interesting.
Very
See,
interesting.
I'm covering some of the Isaacs.
When did you come to the U.S.? Like when you were super young, or? That's really interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Isaac's a wild card out there. I want to hear your hot take though.
As the supply chain gets messier and messier, the demand's only going to go up.
By
It's
the
not
way,
going to get fixed.
Sean is a supply chain management major.
True. Minor. Major in management information systems.
Damn, that's sick.
Bangkok. Wow.
Anyways.
Uncovered a level.
Yeah, hey, there's another layer to Isaac that we didn't know about.
But yeah, as we move forward, I have a feeling domestic production across the world is going to go way up. China might be a little.
Really?
If it becomes like more expensive to get something shipped from China to here than it is to just make it here, then you just make it here. You know?
Yeah.
The decision it's getting close to that point. I don't know. It's about to switch around.
Yeah.
Let's go, Brian.
Well, all right. There's been a whole bunch of bad things on the show so far,
This has been a
but very enlightening. We learned a lot today.
yeah.
We learned a lot
It's been
today.
a lot of informative. I
Yes.
feel like
Very informative things today. We'll leave you with this before we kick it to bets. The Detroit Lions did something good.
no, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Stop lying.
Nope, they did something good. I promise you. Luke and Isaac all work together. Hong Kong versus mainland China conflict is pretty
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
Hong
been
Kong's
that's
a
been a
whole
problem
thing.
for. Just got a notification that Ben Simmons and Sixers have cleared the air. No, they haven't.
That means-
You hear he came in with back tightness yesterday. He
Yeah.
walked in, was like, "I have back tightness." They worked on him for a little bit, and then he left.
Yeah, that mean what was the thing you said? Yeah, that's because Ben Simmons farted into a fan at practice.
No, that was Isaac who sent that to us. That sent
He
that in a
finally-
DM.
yeah,
That
'cause
thread was the funniest thing.
Well,
ever.
that's because he farted into a fan and the air finally cleared, and now everyone can breathe at the practice facility again.
Anyways, the Lions have inducted Chris Spielman into their Ring of Honor. Pride of the Lions. Congratulations, Chris. He actually had no idea it was coming. He was one of the tough. If you don't know, Chris Spielman was one of the toughest players ever in history, ever. One of the best Detroit Lions players ever. This might be a little makeup for what they did to Megatron, but hey, who knows? Anyways, Spielman was brought in to read a message that the team would be honoring some of the team's former legends during a homecoming event for August 31st game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Then he kept reading about the player who was being honored at halftime. It took a bit before Spielman realized he was reading his own bio. So he's literally reading the thing of honor, and then about like 3/4 of the way through, he realized that it was about him. When Spielman started to figure out, he uttered, "What are you guys doing here, man?" And then a short laugh. Then the tears started to come out. By the time Lions owner Sheila Ford Hamp, who's a terrible person, and team president Rod Wood came out from behind the curtain to congratulate Spielman. The Lions haven't always gotten everything right, to say the least, but this was a good moment. There were emotions to come. Obviously, Spielman who's known as a pretty emotional guy, was emotional, and then they brought up the Stephanie, his wife, who died back in 2009 with the battle of breast cancer and everything. So the Lions got something right for once. Good for them. They finally honored someone they should probably honor. We'll see when they get the Megatron thing right, if they ever do.
They should definitely have like a whole thing for him where like just comes into a room with like a one-way mirror, and then like there's like a check for $1.6 million on the table.
Yeah.
And then like he flips it over, and then it says like "Welcome to the Ring of Honor, baby. Please forgive us."
I have a slight feeling that when the Ford family sells the team, because they have to at some point, that the next owner is gonna honor Megatron in the best way possible.
When you got a curse, you gotta get rid of it.
Yeah. But anyways, apparently,
That's
Stephanie.
great.
Apparently, the video is really good and really touching. He is literally reading, and all of a sudden he starts choking up because he realizes it's about him. So, good job, Lions.
That's a
Good little
twist.
feel-good
That's
story.
fun. Yeah. That's fun.
Also, okay, we'll leave you with this one. And then we'll cut it to a break and go straight into bets. Just something that was kind of funny. They asked J.J. Watt, or J.J. Watt reveals why he left the Texans. I just want you to listen to this video, and then we'll kick it over. It is just the funniest thing ever. This is in a press conference. Yesterday, 2 days ago. This is J.J. Watt, by the way.
JJ, when you were making your decision this offseason, because you had a new coaching staff, did you get a sense that there would be this much turnover, and maybe this is what the Texans season would look like this year?
Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons you decided to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
The best part is his face. He goes on the second year. He goes,
Yeah.
He doesn't even. He goes, yeah.
Oh, yep. That would be the reason I left.
He just kind of thought about it. He's like, yeah.
Yep,
He's
that
trying to
is
see like if he was gonna get in trouble or not. He's like, is this something I'm allowed to say? He's like,
Just
yeah.
Just listen to this.
JJ,
gotta see his face.
when you were making your decision this offseason, because you had a new coaching staff, did you get a sense that there would be this much turnover, and maybe this is what the Texans season would look like this year?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that one of the reasons you decided to go somewhere else?
Holding back a smile to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
It seems like he's shocked that she asked like the question just so straightforward.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
And after the first one, you can kind of see him go. And then she answers the second one. Yeah.
And he's just like, well, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, what did he thought? I was like, oh, the Texans are gonna be really good.
All right, fellas. Good first hour there. Wow. What a first hour there. All right, let's kick it to a break. Let's get the bets rolling after this. We have 4 NHL games. How many NBA games? A lot of NBA games. We got 2 MLB games just the one MLB game, Astros Red Sox. And then of course we will do our first look NFL, just glance at spreads.
Yeah.
And
We'll run through it.
All right, fellas. We'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Shout out the
for
fellas.
the bets.
It's an electric day.
It's an electric day. What a start.
Only gonna get better.
What a
It's
start.
betting time.
It's betting time.
It's the time of
It
betting.
is the time. Get the degens in here.
AKA
We're ready.
Betting time.
We're ready. All right, fellas. What should we start with today? Also, we need some flames.
True.
We need some flamage. Get
little-
that air. Oh,
little-
yeah, here she comes.
Fanner?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, easy.
No,
easy.
it's okay. Hey,
Little-
you got
that was a little
You
violent.
got to make the fire
little
dance if
violent.
you want to dance with the fire.
Get the flames going. Give a little anchor rub. Ooh, I'm ready.
Wow.
I'm ready. I'm feeling
Because
it
the
today.
candle's been an interesting twist, but I like it quite a lot.
I kind of do enjoy it.
It looks cool on this thing too.
I
It's
needed
so
something
glowing.
because like our hats are still like we still got our
yeah,
hats.
we still
over
want to start a fire with our hats.
here. But like it's baseball season's over. I could put the Twins and the Phillies out there, but like
we gotta get some more decorations.
we have to get more decorations for sure. We need
Oh,
to just like
knickknacks.
stockpile shit all over here. Yeah, little Sammy B with his torn ACLs.
leg. Where his leg platform
With his
go?
torn ACLs.
Sam, I just maybe behind the fire, kind of glowing menacingly. Like
Yeah.
I will come back one day.
Yeah.
I don't want to melt though. Yeah, that's actually kind of sweet looking.
Yeah, he kind of looks like yeah. He
Like
kind of
he-
looks like yeah.
He's about to get tired in the hell or tackled in the hellfire or something.
All right,
He's
fellas.
scrambling towards a candle.
Let's get into it today.
Baseball?
Yeah, let's start with baseball. Let's start with baseball. Hang on. I just completely did not get ready for baseball. We have Luis Garcia versus Nathan Iavaldi today. Boy, Nathan Iavaldi is not very good against the Astros. So we got Nathan Iavaldi, and I don't really care about season-long stats anymore. Besides, we should probably look at their earn run game log just in the past like 5 or 6. But it hasn't really been a telltale sign of how these pitchers are going to do. We've been pretty accurate saying, yeah, pitcher's going to get shelled. But we have not been accurate when we said this pitcher should do really well because they get shelled as well. It seems like every pitcher is just going to do bad. Nathan Iavaldi against the Astros is very bad. He lets up an average of 317 against them. Lets up a 374 on base percentage. Lets up a 529 slugging, a 903 OPS, and almost a 400 WOBA. So
Wow.
very bad stats. Not what you want to see at all from your ace. You have all these got to be their ace at this. Yeah. Luis Garcia, on the other hand, also not great stats against the Red Sox. However, has only faced them once, and I believe it was earlier in the series. Batting average 250, on-base percentage 344, slugging 429, OPS 772, and WOBA 340. So pretty decent stats as well. I would imagine that both of these pitchers get tossed around a little bit. I think we just got to take the over. It's been unbelievably successful. Also in Boston's 9 of their last 10 games, it has gone over. And Astros' 9 of their last 10 games have also gone over. So it's back down to 9 today, even though these pitchers, I guess Nathan Iavaldi makes the case that, because his earned run log, 4.321073.103. Again, not the stats you want to see from your ace out there. Luis Garcia in his last 10 is earned run log 5.5301.4302. Luis Garcia has been letting up a lot of home runs. He's let up 4 in the last 3 games, including 3 back-to-back-to-back. So I'm going to take the over in this one, and I also think the Astros finish the series here. Astros at home are just another animal. Their bats just are incredible when they're at home. I mean, their bats are incredible either way, but especially at home. So I'm going to go with the Astros to win this game and the game total over, maybe even team total over as well. But definitely Astros to win and the game total over. It's probably where my money will be tonight. Possibly team total over. It's probably at, 4.5 at minus 105 or something like that. I just think the Astros are better than the Red Sox, especially at home, and they wrap the series up tonight. Go to the World Series, and hopefully they're playing the Braves there, and the Braves beat the living shit out of them. So, yeah, that's what I got for baseball tonight. It's been a tough series. We've kind of been predicting the right things. We've said that the Braves should win the series, and they're up 3-2. We said the Astros should win the series. They're up 3-2. But it's tough because these are 4 very good teams that are in. This is good. This is nice playoffs. This is no blowouts, no nothing. Good playoffs, been fun to watch, but I think the Astros get it done here tonight. Let's jump into NHL and give Sean a little more time for. Are you ready? Oh, you're ready.
You want me to go?
Cocked.
I'm ready.
No. I'll give you more time because there is what?
There's
9 games.
I think.
9.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 tonight. But we got 4 NHL games. Boy, we have been. I'm taking the Astros first 5 innings. Okay, nice. I like that, Steve G. Boy, have I been on a heater in NHL, and it feels damn good. VIP went 4-0 last night. Well, 3.5-0 because we had the Oilers and the over and the over push, but the Oilers did obviously win. Tweeted it out last night, and I'll die on this hill. Connor McDavid is the best hockey player that's ever lived. By the time his career is over, he will be number 1 on my all-time list. Gretzky will be 2. Gretzky's still my number 1 right now because just a prolonged career. I understand the stats, but also he was playing against goalies who stacked their pads and stood in the most awkward stances. He also played against Joe the Carpenter.
That?
What?
What is stacking pads?
Okay, so in about 20 years ago,
Okay.
maybe 15, maybe even, probably between 10 and 20 years ago, the goalie stances changed from stacking pads to butterfly. So butterfly is when you see them on their knees and their
Right,
legs
and
go
the-
completely,
it goes flat
go
with the
completely
thing,
out.
yeah.
And it's a much, much better stance because, one, it protects your 5-hole, which
Okay.
was the whole reason for stacking pads. Stacking pads is when you literally lay sideways
Right.
and you stack your pads. Yes.
He will gladly.
Yeah, so goalies were also playing stand-up back then. So they're playing stand-up, and when they went to go down, they would stack their pads. It's just, it was thought to be the best way to do it because it took up a whole lot of the net. But the problem is when you stacked your pads, you had no range of motion. You couldn't go side to side. You couldn't really protect your skate side or anything like that. And that's what Wayne Gretzky played against. Now, Wayne Gretzky skated circles around people back then. He was so far above everyone, it was sad. Like, it was literally... But Wayne Gretzky was also playing against Joe the Carpenter and John the Plumber, which is fine. It's all relative. I'm just saying, look at their junior stats because that's how I compare these two guys because they both were playing against amateurs at the time. And Connor McDavid broke every single one of Wayne Gretzky's stats in juniors.
Wow.
Every single one of them. Now, at the professional level, you have people playing ever since they were 3 years old nowadays, like literally bred to play hockey nowadays in the NHL, while those guys had other jobs back in the day. So, yeah, he's going against guys who are in butterfly, goalies that are 6'5" and above, while Wayne Gretzky was going against goalies that were 5'8", stacking pads. And it's just, and I understand it's every sport is relative, and Wayne Gretzky's still the GOAT, but as far as hockey players go, if Connor McDavid was playing back then, he would have probably doubled what Wayne Gretzky did. Like, it is insane what Connor McDavid is doing right now, and I will die on this hill. Wayne Gretzky is still my number 1, but by the time Connor McDavid's career is over, Wayne Gretzky will be my number 2, and Connor McDavid will be the best hockey player that's ever lived. And I don't know if it'll ever be touched again. We could see another Connor McDavid in 5 years from now, but as of right now, what this man is doing is incredible. I think he already has 11 points on the season through the first 4 games. He scored 2 last night, no empty netters and an assist. Like, just what he's doing is insane. Anyways, I tweeted that out last night. Some people agreed, some people didn't. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, even if it's wrong, because anyone who says that Connor McDavid's not the best is wrong. Ben Bishop might be top 5 all time if he played back then with his tall. Yeah, I mean, any goalie nowadays would have been the greatest goalies of all time back then. It's just different stances, way bigger goalies. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into the bets today. We have Sharks and Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs at home. Sharks are not that bad right now, which is weird because I thought they would be terrible. But the Leafs are better. Hang on, let me get their lineups up. Leafs are better, little too juiced for my liking. The over-under is set at 6. I would be putting that down to 5.5 and probably putting that in some kind of parlay of some kind. There should be a lot of goals this game. I would think that the Maple Leafs win this game, but 235 against the Sharks at home. probably just take the Toronto Maple Leafs in regulation. I don't know what it's sitting at right now, especially with San Jose having Aiden Hill as their goalie tonight. Sharks playing really well, but I think it's just a matter of time before they look really bad without Evander Kane there, with just everything that's going on there. I don't see it. I don't see the season trending like this the whole season. Maple Leafs, very good team. I think they have a little bit of vengeance from last year because they probably should have gone to the Cup last year. So I'll take Maple Leafs in regulation. Don't know if I'll put my money on it. Not an egregious stack from the public, but I lean Maple Leafs for sure in this one, in regulation. Next game, at 7 o'clock, I will be putting money on. It is the Boston Bruins against the Buffalo Sabres. Bruins lost to the Flyers in a game that I did not think they were going to lose because normally the Bruins own the Flyers. But a team that they own even more than the Flyers is the Buffalo Sabres. I don't even remember the last time they've lost to the Buffalo Sabres, if they even have in the past 20 years. Sharps are on Boston, opened up at minus 175. It's only gone to 195, which I thought would be a little bit higher by this point. Give me... See, I don't want to lay the 1.5 because Sabres have looked decent. I'm not going to lie. They're probably one of those Cinderella teams this year that it's got to be the Sabres, the Sens, and the Ducks that are going to screw a lot of people up this year.
Yeah.
And maybe the Detroit Red Wings. Although I'm not convinced that they have gone over the hump yet. But I'm putting money on Boston Bruins probably in regulation tonight. I might take the minus 1.5 because they should beat the piss out of them. As far as over-under, I probably would be playing the under on this actually. I don't know if Boston will let up a goal. I'm expecting like a 4-1 kind of thing, 3-1, maybe 3-0. Boston's very tough defense. Sabres, listen, they can upset anyone, but I just don't think this is their game to do it. So Bruins in regulation, maybe if you're feeling spicy, minus 1.5 at plus 130 could be the play here. I got to do a little more research into that, but one or the other. Obviously, the minus 1.5 gives you much better odds. But next game at 8:30, Kings Stars. I really don't have a play for this one. These are two very similar teams. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Cal Peterson, very underrated goalie, I think.
Yeah.
Just because he plays for the Kings. And also, Anze Kopitar is having himself a season. He's one of the leading point scorers in the NHL right now. I'm starting to get into this. I'm starting to figure it out. I'm going to start doing point scorer parlays.
Okay.
I did a 5-person last night. I hit 3 out of the 5. Dylan Larkin didn't hit because Detroit Red Wings didn't score a point. And somehow TJ Oshie, even though the Capitals scored 4 goals last night, didn't get a point on the board. So I was a little bit pissed off about that one. I probably should have just taken OV, but whatever. I wanted the odds. Also, Sebastian Aho should be in every single point prop for the Hurricanes any night he plays. But, yeah, I don't think I have a play for this one. Maybe the under. Again, it's at 5.5. I normally don't like playing unders when it's 5.5. It's a scary and it happened last night in the Winnipeg Jets game. It's 3-1. Looks like our over is screwed. There's only 4 goals. Ducks pull their goalie. Obviously, the Jets score, make it 4-1. And I'm like, shit, we're going to miss it because obviously the Ducks aren't going to pull their goalie again. They didn't pull their goalie yet. The Jets scored again without the goalie pulled to make it 5-1, and we hit our over. Very luckily, very backdoor cover. But hey, with the Detroit Red Wings screwing us the other night doing the exact same thing, I felt good about it. But I don't think I have a play for this game. I would lean the Stars just because I think they're better than the Kings, and they're at home. But yeah, I'm very much staying away from this game. And then the last game at 10 o'clock, Oilers Golden Knights. This should be a great game. I would absolutely say.
Why did that sound like a question?
Sorry. This should be a great game. I would love to put money on the Oilers, but I can't because this is their 3rd game in 4 days. And this is the first time that we've seen Oilers' 3rd game in 4 days. Yeah. 3 and 4s are very hard to play, especially when both are on the road. I know the Oilers are a better team than the Golden Knights. They absolutely are much better than them. But a 3 and 4 situation, I just don't want to put it down. If it was a team that wasn't as good as the Golden Knights, I would absolutely say put the Oilers at plus money because they're not going to be plus money many times this season.
Right.
But on the road, 3-4, I think your money is safer staying off this game. Moneyline parlay, Leafs, Bruins, Knights, plus 307. Interesting. Like I said, think the Oilers are the better team, but 3-4, the very tired legs starting the season. I'm sure plenty of guys are very sore. It's a tough one. I mean, we saw it with the Seattle Kraken playing 4-7 and 5-8. It's a tough thing to do.
Not easy.
Now, mid-season form, a little bit easier. You get used to it, the legs start going, but to start out the season like this is not fun, and those legs are hurting big time. So I think my only real play today is the Bruins in reg or minus 1.5. I'm honestly probably going to get a little spicy with this one and play the minus 1.5 because I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it today. With them not getting stacked on, the sharps on them and everything like that, it's just kind of it's feeling right. And I really, really want to pull the trigger on the Oilers, but I just can't. I think the Golden Knights might stick this one out. Tech is on Bruins in regulation today. Tech is having himself an NHL season. What is he now? Like 7-3, 2-1, 8? I suppose last night makes him 8-3, 8-2-1, something like that. I do like that I keep aligning with Tech, by the way. I promise that is not on purpose. I don't actually see what he's putting until I get off the show. But when I see that we're on the same shit, it makes me feel real good because we are killing NHL right now. But yeah, my only real confident play of the night is Bruins minus 1.5. It's good to know that Tech is also on it. And probably Maple Leafs in regulation too. You could just moneyline parlay Maple Leafs and Bruins, but I think I'm sticking with Bruins minus 1.5. I think that's what I'm gonna go with today.
There you go.
Over unders, I don't have much. Tease the over in the Maple Leaf Sharks game. There should be a lot of offense and not a lot of defense in that game. And then maybe tease the under in Kings Stars up to 6.5. I don't know. Oilers and Golden Knights, it's weird. I don't trust Golden Knights on over unders at all because some games they play really good defense and some games they play really bad defense. So that's all I got for you. Only 4 games. When we have a bigger slate in NHL, like tomorrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 NHL games tomorrow. Actually, I'm just going to quickly run through these because I see some lines that I don't agree with at all.
If you want to get those early.
Yeah. Capitals tomorrow against the Flames at home, getting minus 150. Sharps on Flames. That's stupid. That's just a value play. Capitals look real good right now and should absolutely dominate. Wild getting minus 265 against the Ducks. That does not make any sense. The Ducks always play the Wild tough. Now the Wild are good on weekends. However, plus 225 for the Ducks seems absolutely insane. The Wild are not that good yet. They're looking decent, but they're not that good yet. Devils, Sabres, no. Canadians, Red Wings. I would be taking the Red Wings. I think the Canadians could easily open up the season 0-6 just because of how hurt they are. And Red Wings at plus money seems kind of nice. Maple Leafs, Penguins. Boy, I don't like that game at all. Avalanche, Lightning. Give me the Lightning. The Avalanche do look terrible right now. Panthers, Flyers. Holy shit, slam the Panthers. They are, I'm telling you, Panthers are a top 3 team in the NHL. I don't know why they are not showing up on anyone's radar as a top 3 team, but they are one of the best teams in the NHL. And for like the 3rd year in a row, they're getting disrespected day in, day out.
It's building up.
They're sitting at minus 112 against the Flyers. I'll also be taking the over in that game because Flyers overs are the most consistent, most dominant thing in all of NHL hockey. Even if it's 6.5, I'm still taking it. Hurricanes, Blue Jackets. Again, the Hurricanes are getting that whole division gets so fucking disrespected.
Yeah.
Hurricanes minus 150 against Blue Jackets. Take them to regulation. They are going to pound the shit out of the Blue Jackets on Saturday. Blue Jackets are not good. Predators, Jets. Do not bet on the Jets at all this season. They're terrible. Blues, Kings. Take the Blues. They look really, really good. That young kid, what's his name? Cairo? Whatever. He's one of the leading point scorers in the NHL. Kings don't look very good. Blues also have the Sharps right now, which means that line will be minus 200 by the time it hits tomorrow. It's only at minus 170 now. Take them in reg. They should dominate the Kings. It'll be interesting to see NHL in weekends because last season and even the season before, underdogs come out on weekends.
Yeah.
So we'll have to pump the brakes a little bit to see what's going on. Islanders, Coyotes. I'm still waiting for the Islanders to prove that they're actually a good team. They should be one of the top 10 team in the NHL, but they just look a little shaky to start the season. And then Canucks and Seattle Kraken on Saturday at the Crack House. Give me the Seattle Kraken. They finally got a couple days of rest. They're not 5-8 and 4-7 anymore.
I love how the Crack House is the most environmentally friendly, like nice, clean, and it's like, yeah, it's a Crack House, baby.
But I will be slamming the Seattle Kraken tomorrow at -110 at home. So that's what I got for NHL this weekend. We'll talk more about it on the Sunday. But yeah, Seattle Kraken at the Crack House. Crack attack.
Crack attack.
Crackheads.
Crackheads are coming. Be warned.
Be warned. Anyways, that's it for NHL. Good luck on that. Good luck to all the fellas on NHL. We are rolling. We are picking up right where we left off last season. Damn, we were good at NHL. But now it's time for fella 2, Sean, and the NBA. He's got the sticky note rolling over there. So
yeah,
let's get into it. Sean, what you got for us in
there's
NBA?
There's a lot of games to look at.
There's a lot.
There really is, and some of them are gonna be good. Some of them are money. Some of them are absolute cash, and other ones we will just pretend they aren't even happening. Starting off, first one tonight. I'm so annoyed. Just so update on what's broken on my computer. My cursor's back. Can't scroll, so I have to go over to the side and click on the bar and move it myself. So that stinks. First game though, going off at 7 p.m. The New York Knicks are going to Orlando to beat. Yeah. Notice I said beat.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat the Magic.
Okay.
The Magic don't have a team out there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Marco Carter-Williams out. Former Sixer. Markelle Fultz out. Former 76er. Harris is out. Isaac's out. Elijah Moore's out. Okiki's out.
I like their entire starting lineup.
Yeah, so they're running with Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner. I do love me some Franz Wagner though. Mr. Carter and Mo
Bamba.
Bamba.
Wow, that is a. Hey, that lineup in college probably one of the most unreal college lineups I've ever heard of in my life. But this is the pros.
But yeah, New York's got their same guys they were running with last time they played on Wednesday. And they looked very good on Wednesday. I think they will continue to look. It was an electric game against the Celtics, who are much better than Orlando.
Yeah, I expected a little bit more out of the Knicks, I think, without Brown in there.
Yeah.
I think I expected a little bit more, but yeah, I can't imagine the Knicks lose this game. Can't imagine it.
Yeah, you could definitely go Orlando team total under. They're only on a pace for like 100 points per 100, so 1 point per possession.
Yeah, and the over-under sitting at 213, it looks like. Which probably means they're getting.
You might want to take the over there, because I'll tell you what, Orlando's about. Actually, Orlando might have the worst defensive per 100 stats in the NBA so far.
Really?
I mean, I guess it happens if you get routed in one game, but they're gonna have 127 per 100, which is really, really bad. You want to do Knicks team total, because they're only getting 8, and if the what did you say, 217?
13.
213.
Yeah.
So that means. So that's what, 106 and a half plus 8, so like 114 and a half. I'm sure is probably around where.
Yeah, because it's got to be
114 and a half. I bet you.
110 to 102 or something like that.
No.
Yeah, 111 to 103. Yeah, 111 to 103. So the team total should be sitting at 111. The other one should be 103-ish.
Yeah, so I don't mind the Knicks team total there again. And the Knicks get off a little more than their efficiency is like. Or their pace is like 107 compared to. So they're going to be pushing the pace a little bit for Orlando. I think they're just going to be in control that whole game.
Yeah.
They're getting -8, which is a lot, but not enough to scare me away.
Really?
I like the Knicks there.
Would you
-8.
tease it down to like 4 or something like that?
Yeah, I would not mind tease, because there's a couple of these big lines that I think will win, but I'll tease down. And I think a little, maybe like 3-team money line or just kind of alt lines would be nice tonight. But yeah, I don't even mind it at -8. Next game is Hornets Cavaliers. This is a weird one. Neither of these teams are exactly exciting. Okay, that's a lot. The Hornets are a lot more exciting than the Cavs.
Yeah, they went on a 25-2 run against the Pacers.
Yeah,
and ended up actually beating them.
Yeah,
because they were getting smoked.
They were getting smoked.
And then came back and didn't get smoked.
Scary Terry is a game time decision. LaMelo's in. Gordon's in. Miles Bridges and Plumlee all in. And when it comes down to it, that starting five is not. Hey, you can't sneeze at it. You might be able to cough at it, but you better not sneeze.
Yeah,
Don't sneeze in their face.
No gesundheits.
The main thing I've noticed here, Charlotte's got a lot quicker pace. Cleveland has a lot worse defensive efficiency. They're pretty close in offense, but when you're giving up, 17 points more per 100 than the other team, which would be Cleveland's worse than Charlotte at defense, you're not going to be able to hang on at all. Charlotte's getting -2.5. I think you roll with Charlotte.
Nice.
I think they've shown a lot more than Cleveland has, or probably will throughout most of the season. No offense to Cleveland, but they just aren't. They didn't do anything, They weren't a team last year. Didn't really change much. Still not a team. Kind of stinks. And their defense is just atrocious.
Is Terry Rozier playing?
He's game time.
He's game time. Okay.
Decision. At least the last I saw.
Okay.
Could be updated, but yeah, I think even without terrifying Terry, which actually, why do we not call him terrifying Terry instead of scary Terry?
Yeah, there's already a scary Terry, so. Yeah, I saw that too tomorrow. Steve G. I like that as well. I honestly think the Canadians could open up 0-6 this season. Their team is dead. And Jake Allen is not a good enough backup. And the backup to Jake Allen is not a good enough backup. So there's that. But anyways, NBA.
Yeah, so next one's Indiana, Washington. The Pacers are going to Washington.
Are the Pacers good?
Not tonight.
Not tonight,
why.
okay.
They're getting +1, which is actually crazy because I could have sworn that they were the favorites 12 hours ago. But whatever. Over-under at 228. Yeah, I don't see the Pacers winning this game. We're keeping it close. Partially just because of the lineup. Torrey Craig's a game-time decision. Holiday's a game-time decision. Jeremy Lamb's a game-time decision. Karis LeVert is out. Martin's out. Warren's out.
Okay.
They're riddled. Obviously, you still have Miles Turner. You still have Brogdon. You still have Sabonis. But, yeah.
Sabonis props till they lose.
Definitely. He's a beast. Somehow gets forgotten about.
I just don't hear that much about him.
He was an all-star 2 years ago, not last year because he was hurt, and then everyone just forgot. But he's an all-star type player. He will be an all-star again this year. He's fantastic. But I think Washington beats him tonight. Assuming Beal plays, once again, he's listed as a game-time decision. Let's see if there's any update on him. If Bradley Beal's not playing, I'm uncomfortable betting on the Wizards because he is the Wizard.
Yeah, I would be much more of a fan of just staying away from this game because, boy, I just don't know. I feel like the Wizards are worse than they should be, and the Pacers are just have a big old question mark on them. But I do love me some Sabonis player props. This man is crazy.
Bradley Beal.
He was 10 of 12 and 2 for 2 from deep in the first half last game. Yeah, I think his points, rebounds, or maybe just points, rebounds was 40.5, and I think he ended up getting 52. It's just ridiculous.
That's the thing. He's just such a board man.
He is a big board man. Ooh, 7:30 game.
Yeah, he's still questionable, so I'm going to say that that's a stay away until we hear about Bradley Beal.
Okay.
Obviously, roll with your Sabonis player props. That's always a great one.
Yeah.
Also, under. I have no idea why the over-under's at 228 because, Washington might actually be the most efficient defensive team in the league as of right now.
Game one.
After game one, but hey, that's something.
That is true.
They only gave up 79.
That is quite impressive.
Per 100. And they both run a decently quick pace. I have no idea. Not overly fast. Just slightly above average. Nothing crazy. Kuzma is the new. I wouldn't give him that much credit. I'm gonna be honest.
I think Isaac has a soft spot for Kuzma.
I know.
It's been 3 or 4 times that I think Isaac has mentioned Kuzma. I think he's a stealth MVP.
I think he's a stealth Kuzma fan.
Sabonis boost on CJ has disappeared. Interesting.
They heard us talking.
They did.
Next one's Toronto going to Boston. They're getting +6.5 on the road against the Celtics. Over-under's at 218. Yeah, Toronto looks like they kind of stink is the problem right now. Because, again, they lost a lot of guys, never really filled in the gaps, and they already have injuries as well. Siakam's out again. Watanabe is out again. I think Big Al might be in, and Jaylen Brown is gonna be in. I think the Boston Celtics are gonna put the work on the Raptors. Now the problem is, they're getting -6.5.
Yeah. Too much?
It
was at -8 and it dropped.
Yes, I don't actually know why it would have dropped so much. Frankly, I thought it seemed like a -8 game. Toronto just stinks.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Toronto stinks. I think with Jaylen Brown in, this is gonna be a state game. I think they're gonna go. I really do.
And honestly, I was kind of impressed with the Celtics on the way they played the Knicks without Jaylen Brown.
Well, yeah, they're used to playing without Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
They do it a lot, and they've looked good with that. Like, Jason Tatum's a guy. It's important to remember. He's an absolute guy. OG. Yeah. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think they should cover. Now, this is one that I'd say, like, maybe you take Boston -3 and the Knicks -3, put it together.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But I like Boston here. Over-under is a little too messy. Wouldn't touch it.
Okay. 7:30. I see the other 7:30 game.
Yeah, so Nets Sixers. I'm going to make this quick and easy. Actually, look. I get it. Hey, let's preface. I love the Sixers.
Yeah.
As the Eagles have gotten worse, I've loved the Sixers even
Yes.
more. My love and hope for the Sixers, it's incredible how much they crush me every year.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yes.
I love the Sixers. I'm so happy when they're good. I'm so sad when they're bad. They might go undefeated this year. And I think it continues here. They're getting +3 on the Nets. And I get it. If you want to ignore everything I say from here on out, all good.
Yeah.
I'm a Sixers fan.
Yeah.
But off of their first games of the season, there's no reason I would think Brooklyn should beat Philadelphia tonight. I mean, Philly plays with a much slower pace, which, again, as a result of not having Ben Simmons so much, you don't need to force that transition offense where as soon as they get set up 5-on-5, Ben's just stuck at the top. Mm-hmm. Like, they're actually able to set up their offense. They're playing slower than Brooklyn. They're scoring 117 per 100, only letting up 97 compared to Brooklyn, who's scoring 101, letting up 123 per 100 in their first games.
Okay.
But still, that's actually the biggest difference, I think, out of any two teams playing.
Okay.
The Sixers, off their first game, Sixers have the biggest advantage, and they're getting +3. I'm rolling Sixers tonight. I'm rolling Sixers money line tonight. It's Sixers time, baby. Sixers are going 83-0.
Okay.
Ignore the last part, but I really do think the Sixers win tonight.
Okay.
I truly do. Next one's Pelicans going to play the Bulls. Like, first of all, God, who cares? But really, New Orleans looked bad. Chicago looked shaky, but potentially
They looked
good.
really bad.
Yeah.
Bulls looked terrible.
Bulls look bad. They're shaky. These are two bad teams.
That was one of the worst covers I've ever seen in my life.
And the question is, who's going to look worse tonight? Because they're actually very comparably bad. Chicago just let up less points.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're
Give me the under by a mile in this
one. 221 is extremely high. Yeah, they both were under 100 per 100 for their offensive efficiency in their first game. Same pay.
Bulls are getting slammed tonight, by the way.
And they're getting -6.
Slammed tonight.
Is anyone out? Let me just check the injury real quick before. Kobe White's out. I really like Kobe White.
I am not buying into the Bulls hype at all.
No, I think this is I think this is a full on stay the heck away from this one for now.
Because up until
Bulls probably win, but I don't think they cover.
Up until the last 10 minutes of the Sixers game, Pelicans actually looked okay. They looked decent.
Yeah, they're better than they should be.
Yeah, I was surprised. And now that might have been just Sixers not playing very well. It could have very well been that, but I was more impressed with the Pelicans' performance than the Bulls. Yeah, they did wave off that buzzer beater. I'm sure Vegas was pissed about that one.
Or they were happy because they paid the ref.
No. Bulls were getting
they were getting
99.
99,
Yeah. Vegas was pissed on that one.
Yeah, that's a stay away though. That's a stay away to the fullest extent of the law. That is illegal to bet on.
I'm about to tell people just take Pelicans on the points. 2%.
I think the Bulls win. Pelicans
Bulls
cover.
screwed over Vegas last time. They will not let them get screwed over again.
Parlay Bulls money line with that Pelicans +6. That's my recommendation for this game.
That's fair, Isaac.
Danny Green, yeah, but don't worry, he won't this time. We're about to stick it to the Nets. I'm telling you.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Thunder. No, 8 o'clock.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Yeah.
Thunder playing Houston.
I completely skipped that game, I guess.
Hey, that's quite all right. I would not blame you. I just think that OKC is going to be better here than Houston.
So?
Houston is very, very, very much reliant on their quick pace so far.
I just can't remember a time that the Thunder have put over 100 points on the board. Dating back to last year.
It's going to be fine.
You think so?
It's okay. They don't need to. Houston is going to be slowed down. Houston has been playing very quickly.
Yeah.
They're going to get slowed down here by OKC. They might have... Yeah, they have the slowest pace so far for any team, tied with Utah for their pace, which means they're really... all of Houston's stats, I just feel like, are not quite it. Like, obviously, okay, they're averaging 101 per 100, but they're giving up 118. OKC is averaging a lot less points, but they're just not... They're just keeping it slow. They're keeping it steady. Houston's kind of shooting all around. I think OKC is going to beat them just grinding. And I'm surprised they're underdogs here. I think they're just going to play a more clean, more sound, more slow, efficient game.
You ever wake up with random bruises on you, bud?
Yes, all the time.
Dude,
constantly on my legs, actually, like around my knees and shit.
I
always
have
have bruises.
a striped bruise on my arm, and and it hurts. Owie.
Yeah, like to the touch kind of thing. But yeah, I think OKC's just gonna play a much sounder game than Houston. Make sure there's nobody new. Yeah, and OKC has no injuries. Houston's got injuries. I don't really understand why Houston's the favorite here. OKC +3 seems like an easy bet to me here.
Okay.
I don't know. Houston.
Rockets again in 92%, by the way.
Really, the Rockets stink.
They do stink.
The Thunder aren't great, but the Rockets stink.
I mean, they lost by like 40 to the Timberwolves. That's how bad they are.
They stink.
They stink.
The Timberwolves stink.
The Timberwolves
Rockets lose. They really stink.
Did you hear what Ant said?
No.
Whoever the Rockets head coach is, who the fuck cares, by the way, he told them to call a timeout because he's on fire. He told the Rockets coach
like this guy?
I love this guy.
Like
I just know we're gonna get rid of him real soon because he's trying.
Too good
Because he's just trying. He's putting in an effort, which means we're gonna get rid of him momentarily. But I like him. Hey, anyone who puts in effort on T-Wolves is one of my favorite players on the T-Wolves. I need an Ant jersey pretty soon here.
I love him. I really like him.
I do too. I just know he's gonna leave very soon. There's no way we keep him.
You gotta at least keep him through his rookie deal, right?
You would think we kept Zach LaVine through his rookie deal, right? Yeah, no, it's just way too much sense for our management.
Well, dang it.
Yeah.
Next game. It's a little weird. San Antonio Spurs going to the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets Sport.
Spurs getting 98% on the spread.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. Spurs put up a ridiculous amount of points in their first game.
Yeah.
And they set a precedent that they will not be able to meet. And if that's what's happening as a result, I will take it because the Nuggets win this.
Nuggets beat the Suns.
Nuggets beat the Suns.
Handedly.
The Nuggets are really a lot stronger than I thought they were. Again, this is I hate talking like this about one game.
Yeah.
But they've come out looking a lot stronger defensively.
But I mean, this dates back to last year too.
Yes.
Like they did things that no one thought they were going to do last year too.
They looked fantastic last year.
There's a good chemistry team.
I keep forgetting to make sure. Yeah, 100% good chemistry team. Jamal Murray is out.
Yeah.
Which is not great. I think.
Did he play game one? No.
No, he did not.
When's his return set? Like a couple weeks in?
That's a good question.
I thought he was going to miss like a month, right? Or was that Clay I'm thinking
He tore his ACL in April.
Yep. God, it's not that long ago.
So, and that's 9 months to a year. So,
It's probably got another month or two.
January to April would be his expected return.
Okay.
Right, probably All-Star breakish area. I think the Nuggets win. I don't know if they cover.
Maybe another team that we've
Might want to take them at like a -2-3 and put it parlay.
Okay.
Or I don't know about that over under. Seems a little bit high, but I like some other ones better. Anyway.
I was gonna say it seems a little high.
A little high, though.
A little high.
I think this again. I think the Spurs just did a weird thing, where everyone's like, "Oh, Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs."
But they're not. They're not gonna spur around too much. And I think Denver wins. But just that spread. Yeah.
Go Nuggets.
Yeah, go Nuggets. Go Nuggets. I love Nuggets. They're a good little preseason or postseason kind of. If you want to get them in now,
I love
nice.
me
I
some
think
Nuggets.
they're very, very good, and they did a lot.
They're a fun team.
They did a lot last year. Jokic looked incredible. Where does that put us? Utah, Sacramento. Good morning, Sacramento. The Utah Jazz are going to Sacramento to play the Kings. That's what's happening.
I can't believe they're only getting -6.
Yeah, me
Am
neither.
I wrong about that?
No, you're not wrong. I think it has a lot to do. Sacramento came out swinging on offense, but the thing to remember is, hey, that's fine with me, Isaac. I don't care, man. Just get him out. Get him out. We're
Get him
doing
outta
fine
here.
without you. It's like, imagine if you had to go to your ex's practice facility and watch you're doing fine without you.
True.
I would also have back pain. So, I think the reason that this is -6 on the Kings, Sacramento did put up a lot of points. They were running really fast ball. They were running really efficient offense, running team per 100. Their defense was a little lacking, but they were scoring more than they were letting up, and that leads to a win. But Utah is playing. They are right with OKC in their pace, except Utah's a better team.
Yeah.
They're
Definitely,
playing
yeah.
with complete control. This is actually really interesting or really cool to see from them. I feel like this could be really indicative of like a nice run. They're playing with a lot of control and still to be going.
Donovan and Rudy healthy?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
they're just playing so controlled, so good, very sound, and they're not letting up points and they're scoring points and they're working just slowly. Oh, Rudy. Oh, sorry, that's Rudy Gay. He's out.
They have not the Rudy you're talking about.
I saw Rudy G and I was like, oh god.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no. So yeah, they got their boys in. Yeah, you take that Jazz -6 easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think their pace is a really cool thing. How they're playing right now is really cool. As far as like, here's the thing. OKC's playing with like a pace of like 97. Utah's doing the same thing. Here's the difference. OKC's putting up 90 per 100 possessions. Utah's putting up 112 per 100.
You talking about Sacramento?
No, I'm saying like OKC,
Oh,
who's
okay.
at the same
Gotcha.
same like pace.
Gotcha.
Utah's putting up 22 more points per 100
Yeah.
and letting up 22 points less. I'm sorry, 30. Quick math. 22 points less.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just playing at the same pace, really steady, and just everything is working for them.
Yep.
Send the Jazz. Send the Jazz -6.
Send it.
Send the Jazz.
Not even that bad of a
-10.
stack on them either.
No, really.
71 and 62.
Whew. This last game is gonna be a doozy.
I don't want to bet on this game.
This last game is gonna be a
I do
doozy.
not
This
wanna
might
bet
be a
on this
more
game.
like, hey, watch it, don't bet on it. But
Yeah.
Phoenix Suns going to LA to play the
Give
Lakers.
me the under.
They're getting +1 on the road. Lakers -1 at home. You can't derive much from what they're doing.
I don't think I want to bet on Lakers games.
I don't know if I want.
I don't know if I want to do it. I do not trust this team right now. Not until January.
I think I like the Suns with the points, and I'll tell you why. The Lakers were playing too fast for all the old men they have on the team.
Yeah.
That's really like just looking at these stats and, you know, their efficiency, their pace, all these things. It seemed like they were playing to the complete opposite of the Jazz, completely out of control.
Yeah.
Weren't letting their offense work. When you thought they were going to come into the season being a really old school, like, this is not a 7-second offense. This is a 20-second
Yeah.
offense. We're going to get our play in.
Yeah.
But they did not play like that.
No.
And that's how they would be. I don't.
Probably because Russ is in charge.
Right. Russ is not helping them. So, yeah, Isaac, I agree. I think they're a good 1/2. I think they just, for some, like, everything I thought would be good about this team is not what they've done well so far.
Yeah.
So it kind of, I think, and here's the thing. They could totally fix it and absolutely rout the Suns. Complete possibility. I'm not so much betting on the Suns as I am betting on the Lakers not fixing it yet.
Yeah. I see 221 on the over-under, and I'm like, holy shit, that is way too high.
Yeah, they're not.
And it came down from 227 already.
Yeah, they're both, Phoenix plays a lot slower than them, but not. It's weird that the Lakers have the Lakers have actually been playing with the fastest pace in the entire NBA with that team.
Yeah.
So weird. But they're both putting up 100 per 100. It's like, I don't know. It's a real tough one. I think I just like the Suns with the points. Because I think it's also important to remember, Lakers are getting like an extra 2 points just because they're at home.
Yeah. I would just take Suns money line if you're going to take the points.
Yeah, it probably won't be a tie, will it?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, that's got Suns money line minus 105. So to reiterate, I really didn't. There's a lot of games. I did not get a chance to look at too many props.
Yeah, no.
But I like the spreads anyway tonight. So ones I really like, Knicks minus 8.5. I'm gonna put a little thing like, hey, maybe put that in the parlay. Knicks minus 8.5 is a fun one. Yeah, it's not quite. It's just not quite the formula. I think you needed to like carry a 1 or something. I don't know what they did over there.
Like that.
I say I really like Charlotte minus 2.5 against the Cavs. Wizards, if Beal's playing, keep an eye on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the line doesn't move too much either if he is put into play. Celtics minus 6.5 is a great one. Potentially parlay that a little lower of a spread. Just give me the Sixers, baby. Confident. They're looking good. Pelicans to cover against the Bulls, I think. I'm kind of liking that. But it's also a stay.
I'm staying away from
That's a stay away, but they should cover. OKC should not only cover, they should beat the Rockets. I don't understand why they're underdogs. Put that a little there. Nuggets Spurs, maybe buy the Nuggets down. I don't like them at the minus 7. I like them to win. If we, potential do something with it.
I got Boston Celtics minus 2.5, Knicks minus 3.5 at plus 118.
I like that. I really like that. That's beautiful. Give me the Jazz minus 6, easy. And then Suns plus 1. See, I like this because I just give the picks, and then Eric always creates a parlay. He just is like, all right, now I'll take this.
I do.
So put it in the blender and make it smoothie.
I can normally sense Sean's confidence. Like yesterday, I wasn't sensing Sean's confidence, so I just put them all in one parlay for one unit, and I was like, here we go. Had a bad day, and we only lost one unit because of it. It was just like, hey, there it is. And the day before, I was like, oh, Sean's feeling it today. And I just put them all separate, and I was like, here he goes.
All right, to rate my confidence, I think the OKC is the most confident, followed by Boston, then Utah, then the Sixers, then New York. No, then Phoenix, then New York. But I like New York. I'm way more confident in New York with an alternate. Just the actual line we're getting on the books. I'm a little, but yeah, with that alternate, they'll definitely win. Man, Philly, I'm so excited. Sixers are gonna win. The Sixers are gonna beat the Nets.
Okay. If you say so.
You hear me?
I hear you.
Sixers are gonna win.
I don't know.
Are the Sixers undefeated still? Yes.
I don't know.
You just wait, dude.
Well, since we've been sitting here, the Sixers went from the Nets getting stacked on to the Sixers getting stacked on.
Because they're gonna win is the problem.
The sharp betting has completely transitioned to the Sixers, and they are now getting stacked on.
Joel always has fresh legs. He's a fresh leg.
JoJo prop tonight.
Yeah, JoJo over 40 points, over 20 rebounds, and 16 assists.
Okay.
He's going to have the elusive 40-20-16.
Yeah.
The 40-20-16. They're going to call it the
Okay.
40-20-16 game.
Okay.
No, he's not going to have 16 assists. That's for the other two.
Okay.
I will never speak about his points.
NFL. Let's go through lines real quick,
yeah.
and then let's get out of
do
here.
it.
Chiefs, Titans. Chiefs getting -4.5 on the road.
Give me the... Wow, we're starting off really tough, huh?
Yeah, that's not a fun one to start with.
Chiefs -4.5 in Tennessee.
Yep.
Give me Tennessee.
Yep, same. Jets, Patriots. Jets +7 on the road.
Give me the Jets.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
were thinking Jets?
Yeah, I was thinking Jets.
Wow.
Patriots are getting absolutely stacked on at
Okay.
home. Patriots are not good. They're not.
I mean, they played pretty well against Dallas.
Yeah, they play every single team they play is super close. But they've been playing shitty teams
Super
besides
close.
Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the Jets, man. They're bad, but I like the Jets anyway. I don't know why I'm arguing with myself.
Yeah, no. Panthers, Giants. Panthers getting -3 at New York.
Give me Carolina.
I think I'm gonna go Giants on that one.
Really?
Yeah, Panthers look really bad. Really bad.
I think the Giants look worse. I'm with you. But
Yeah, that's true. They're kind of dead. This is gonna be a shitty game.
Yeah,
Give me the
that's-
under, actually.
that's a dead
Whatever the under's at, I'm taking 42.5. Yeah. Bengals, Ravens at Ravens. Bengals getting +6.5 started at +10. I'd agree with you, Steve G, but 7, I don't see the Patriots beating any team in the league by 7. They could barely beat the Texans by 7.
Give me the Cincinnati Bungles.
Give me the Bengals money line. I'm not sold on this Ravens team at all. And
No,
Bengals look really
honestly,
damn good.
Now I'm sold on the Ravens 100%, but I think the Bengals keep it close.
Yeah.
They might even lose, but I think they keep it close.
I'm gonna take Bengals money line on that one.
I just think Joey will be able to keep up.
Yeah.
Lamar might outpace him, but he'll be right there. Oh,
Who ran for 150 yards last night? Was it Kareem Hunt or Nick Chubb?
Yeah, and it's a huge story. It's crazy. And
Ooh. Wow. Third string running back runs for 150 yards in an offense designed for a running back.
yeah, but he's really good. He was a very talented third string
So is
back
Chuba.
in a very. He's more talented. I don't know. That guy.
Oh yeah?
Hey, listen.
That was a good pot stir, Isaac. That was well done. Isaac just sat back and just kind of. For every argument you have, I have one against it.
Look,
Browns won last night.
NFL players have good games on occasion. It's the consistency of the good games that make a great player.
But you
great.
just said he was better than Chuba. So
I
how
think
does
he
that
looked
work?
better than Chuba.
Okay.
I think he did. Did you think so? I don't know. I thought he looked like.
He looks really
I
good.
thought he looked like.
But it's also an offense set up for a running back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he's just obviously. Like, I think the one thing I kept thinking was like he looks so fresh, and it's probably because he's.
Because
not-
Dimitri Felton also looked very good last
He
night.
looked very good as well, but Jonathan just looks so fresh.
He looked good.
He looks so fresh, and
looked
it must
good.
be because he was super fresh.
Probably.
That's another thing that's quite underrated about the whole backup running back thing.
Fresh legs coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And that's why Tony that changes back. From Andre Stevenson going to prove Eric right this week. Falcons, Dolphins. Falcons getting -2, -2.5 at Dolphins.
Give me the Falcons.
Give me Dolphins.
Ew. Boo. Gross.
I know. Football team Packers. Packers getting -7.5 at home.
Give me the pack.
Yeah. Give me football team.
I'm taking Aaron Rodgers MVP while you're at it. He's on one.
No. He does not deserve it this year. Eagles, Raiders. Raiders getting -3 at home.
Can I say no comment?
You can.
And that just that means I don't think the
Okay. I'm going to go Eagles here. I think Raiders had their nice little hoorah with John Gruden, but they're going to come back to reality real quick.
I just don't know. The Eagles are perplexing.
Yes, they are.
I'm so confused by the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't even get over it.
Lions, Rams. Rams getting minus 16 at home.
Give me the Lions money line.
Give me the Rams spread.
Lions money line. Jared Goff is so sick of this.
Matthew Stafford's going to show you why you made that trade.
Because Matthew Stafford isn't mad. He's happy.
He's got a point to prove still, though.
No, he doesn't.
I think he does.
He's already out of there. He's gone. He doesn't want to prove a point. He's out of Detroit. He just wants to win a Super Bowl. Jared Goff just got traded for a bag.
Dude, Jared Goff looks like shit.
Okay, he looked
so
really
bad
last week. 100%.
Yeah, he's looked bad more than he's looked good.
I disagree. I think it's close, but I think more than 50% of the time he's
he's going against the Rams now, and he's going to get fucking
but just
drilled.
Hear me out.
Don't say Lions money line.
Okay, but Lions to cover. I was just memeing, dude.
Yeah, well, hey, some people might listen, and I don't want anyone taking the fucking Lions money line out there.
If you're betting Lions money line, if you're betting, first of all, why would you not sprinkle on a football team to win a game at plus 825?
That is
that really
insane.
bad advice? Second of all, if you're betting Lions money line because I said so, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Because that's a problem on its own.
Rams spread.
Who did Matt Stafford isn't mad.
Oh, he still has a point to prove.
He's feeling, but Jared Goff is sitting there, minding his business, right? And he gets a call from Sean McVay. He's like, "Hey, I was out in Bermuda with Matt Stafford or wherever the hell they were. We were out here partying on the beach, drinking mimosas and having a good time. We decided to trade you to Detroit."
Don't you think that if Jared Goff was pissed, you'd see it before this game though?
Probably.
I mean, we're arguing a 16-point spread here.
No,
the Rams minus 16.
It's just I'm just trying. It's just fun.
Yeah,
it's just a funny thing.
Rams minus 30.
But listen, you don't think that Lions Steve G, no. I'm just saying, I think out of all, it's called a revenge game for a reason. Out of all the teams he would have a feeling towards that would really and then he knows that he's practiced against the defense for
this is true.
His first 6 years of his career.
Yeah.
He's close with the guys. He knows McVay's offense. He knows a lot about the team. Obviously, it goes for Matt Stafford, too, but he's already good. He's already getting the minus 16. So he has to be 16 points better than winning.
Yeah, that's true.
Good old Jared.
I'll be taking an alt line at minus 27.5.
Nah, dude. Look.
They just beat the Giants by 27.
Sean McVay literally took Jared Goff's career and put it in a bowl of poop.
Where it belongs.
It doesn't belong there.
Well, he's 0-6.
No, but I understand, but he's on the Lions now.
And he's 0-6 on the Lions.
And Matt Stafford is always 0-6 in the Lions. So it doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying that I would be so mad if I was having, I'd say, a respectable to good NFL career as a quarterback, right? People were like, maybe he's not the guy. But he was a starter. Doing his thing. Winning seasons, playoff games, made it to a Super Bowl. I understand. Great defense, great coaching. Not all on him. But it's still a certain caliber to get there.
Yeah, I agree.
And then one day, hey, we sent you and 85 first rounders to Detroit just to get rid of you. You're never going to win a game again in your career. You're never going to smile again. You're going to go through 4 coaches in the next 4 years. You're not going to go to the playoffs. You're going to lose more games than you can possibly imagine.
All I know is
Bye, Jared.
Aaron Donald is going to see Jared Goff for the first time in his life without a red jersey on, and he's going to go, I'm going to fucking kill you. I am going to dismantle you.
Jared Goff wins this game on his back. Jared Goff over 300 rushing yards.
42-9 is about what I've got this game at as well. This is going to be a murder scene. There's going to be blood.
Man.
all over the field.
Man, y'all forget how football go. Lions, money line.
Moving on, Bears, Bucks. Bucks getting minus 12 and a
I'm
half.
taking out a loan to put on the Bears with my Lions. Parlay Lions and Bears.
See, this one's more respectable. I absolutely am on the Bears plus 12 and a half in this one.
Why?
Because the Bucks can't cover the spread unless you're the Eagles. Especially at 12 and a half.
The Bears really. Okay, I'm gonna say something controversial.
Okay.
I'm not sold on Fields at all.
No, I don't think anyone is.
Really? I've been hearing a ton of people going, all right, so the Bears have their future. Bears have their guy. Bears have their quarterback. He's going to be really, really, really good.
I mean, as of right now, he's the second best rookie quarterback in the league.
So out of how many currently? 3 are currently playing now?
Mac, Tila,
Four.
Justin, Zach, and Trey has dabbled in there.
I want to. He can't.
No, I wouldn't
call
say.
on Trey yet.
No.
So he looks better than the starting quarterback for the Jaguars
And the Jets.
and the Jets.
It's about where he should be.
Sure, but I'm not impressed by that.
I'm not either, but he's playing well.
But he's also played really bad. Sometimes.
Yeah, he has.
Like-
Rookie QB.
Yeah, totally rookie. QB.
I think
just think-
Bears 12 and a half, absolutely.
Yeah. Regardless, they're probably covering. I don't know.
They're said Bucks secondary is trash.
I'm going Bucks anyway, because they're gonna be better. They covered the Eagles with injuries on their offense. I think they're just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I don't know about Fields yet. I'm not gonna say he's gonna stink, but
I think he puts up like 17 to 20. Bucks put up 30. I think Bears cover backdoor.
yeah. Yeah.
I'd say they
That
get
would be
a
how they would
10-point
do it. That's how
Bucks
they
win.
would do it.
The
Yeah.
line opened up at 10. I think it's going to be a 10-point
10
Bucks
point
win.
game,
Yeah.
I can totally see it. I think Bears can cover that. I just like the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I would
Just
never.
to lose
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Texans Cardinals
I would
line
prefer
open up
see.
at 10.5. Cardinals now at 17.5.
See, I'm sorry, but there's no reason to think the Rams will beat the Lions more than the Cardinals will beat the Houston Texans by. You know?
Oh, I absolutely think the Rams will beat the Lions by more than the Cardinals beat the Texans.
Why?
Because Cardinals have kind of played down to their opponents.
You think?
Yeah, they played down to the Jags, played up to the Rams, played down to the Jags, played.
But they've beaten all of them.
Oh yeah,
they've
they beat
the
them.
Rams.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I think the Rams, when they play a bad team, are just gonna annihilate them. When the Cardinals play the bad team, it might play down to them a little bit. I am definitely not betting on this game. I am not taking Cardinals minus 17.5. And I'm definitely not taking Texans plus 17.5 because screw that. J.J. Watt might get 4 sacks.
So J.J. Watt's gonna have a better revenge game than Jared. Come on, I'm
Yes,
so ready for the Jared
because
Goff
J.J.
revenge
Watt plays
game.
on a good team. Last second
I don't
field
know,
goal to beat the
man.
Vikings.
Dude,
We
I
shall
don't know
not
what you're
forget.
talking about. Cardinals beat the Browns 37-14. 49ers, they did play down. I'll give you that. They beat the Rams 37-20. Beat the Jaguars 31-19. Beat the Vikings 34-33. Beat the Titans 38-13. I don't know. They've kind of
That's true.
they've put up 34 at least 5 out of 6 weeks. Holy, yeah, I mean, yeah, they beat the Titans by 25. Vikings played them tough.
Yeah, they did.
Good for the Vikings, man. That's looking even better.
I think
than
when the
Seattle.
Cardinals play at like a high-powered offense, it's just gonna be a shootout.
They covered 17 against the Rams.
That's crazy.
You think they can't do it against the Texans?
I don't think so. Dude, the Texans are fucking weird. They're a weird team.
They are weird. Oh, is there a chance Tyrod's playing?
I would assume not, since the line went from 10.5 to 17.5.
Right.
I would assume that if I'm assuming the 10.5 was if Tyrod was playing, and then the 17.5 is due to Tyrod probably not playing. Now, if we see the line drop back, that could be something. But yeah, I'll just on my side I'll say Cardinals, but I'm not betting on that one. Colts Niners Sunday Night Football. Colts getting +4 on the road. That's a tough one. That's a toughie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Tyrod rule out, I would assume.
I don't know, man.
Colts Niners.
Colts.
Mm.
I think the Niners are like not good anymore. I think it's over. I think they're at the it's over part of the season now already. As they get to pretty quickly almost every year.
Yeah.
And I think the Colts are actually building something. I'm gonna try to avoid saying the CW word, but I think the Colts actually look like
They are. They're
like
trending
the
in the right
team they're
direction. Yeah,
supposed to
they're
look like.
trending in the right direction for
They
sure.
just had a corner get hurt. I know, which is a big deal. A very good cornerback. I'm blanking on the name, but
I'm gonna go. Damn. I'm gonna go Niners. I'm gonna go Niners.
honestly, Eric.
I think it's a 5-point win for the Niners.
Honestly, Eric,
6-point
meet me
win.
at the bus.
Yeah.
Honestly, Eric, we're about to throw it.
And then Monday Night Football, Saints Seahawks. Seahawks getting +4.5. Give me the Saints.
Saints are getting -4.5.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Seahawks.
Geno Smith has fooled a lot of people.
No, I know. I just think, but you're all on the Jameis wagon.
Yeah, that's true. I just think, I'll give me the Saints -4.5.
I think it could be closer than 4.5. I think.
Seahawks opened at -3. Fuck.
Really? I see. That's the thing. I think if the
In fact,
question
that
is there a better chance that the Saints win than the Seahawks? Yeah. But what about Seahawks win or keep it within a field goal? Which is the question.
Yeah.
I think Geno plays him tight. I don't think he's gonna win too many games. I don't think he's gonna get blown out.
Yeah. I just have that weird feeling that the more games Geno plays, the worse he's going to get. The worse he's going to get.
No, I can definitely see that.
Like, he impressed a lot of people against the Rams. You can say what you want about garbage time, whatever. Less impressive against the Steelers.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to get less and less impressive the more and more he plays.
Yeah, his big thing, he was really underthrowing guys badly against the Steelers.
Not even guys, just Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, true.
He
Tyler
just
Lockett in
hated
particular.
Tyler Lockett.
And I guess with it only being Tyler Lockett, it might be better. Maybe
Yeah.
that's a communication.
Yeah, maybe it's just they can't
'Cause
get
if
on the
it's-
same
if
page.
it's
However, he
Tyler-
was throwing that guy like 5 yards.
He was throwing it at his toe. His big toe. Yeah, so if that's something they work out, he didn't. If those are completions, he had a good game. But
Yeah, true. If he just hits that guy, but shoulda, woulda, coulda.
yeah, and he fumbled it, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I can't blame him that. That's T.J. Watt
Yeah,
being the monster that he is. Yeah,
T.J. Watt was just punching people, dude. He was just out there swinging.
there needs to be some kind of rule change of some kind addressing
Or we need to
peanut
make
punching.
a rule.
Yeah,
Is
peanut
it- 'cause
punching
I
and
don't know
things
if
like
it's
that.
allowed or not. Well,
It should be, because peanut punches are sick, but also peanut punches misses are just straight clocks to the head, which is highly illegal.
I think you got to go like peanut punch, shoulders up. That's immediate.
Yeah.
Unnecessary, unsportsmanlike
Yeah.
conduct roughness.
I'm glad, though, that because obviously we saw the T.J. Watt when he punched and hit him in the helmet. I'm glad that was not like one of those throw the guy out of the game kind of shit. I'm glad it was just unnecessary roughness, which is absolutely. But do not throw a guy out for trying to peanut punch an accident. Like if he throws a punch after play, throw his ass out. There is none of that.
I did not even think about it.
That was what I was
They totally could have been like.
That's what I was worried about when he did it, because I was like, I hope it's not a flag, because if it is a flag, they might throw him out. And I was glad it was just a flag and not a throw out.
That totally is a thing
that was in the back of my mind when at first I was like, oh shit, is T.J. Watt really gonna get thrown out of this game for that? Like, holy hell. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Barely in the shot.
Just a little. All right, fellas. That's it for us today. Good Friday. Lots of stories, lots of news.
I'm playing you out.
Thank you. I keep getting NFL notifications.
Yeah, what's going on?
Nick Chubb's coming back.
Hey!
Right tackle Jack Conklin can play October 31st against Bruce Arians' Bucks are out for the Sunday. Richard Sherman, Rob Gronkowski, and AB are all out on Sunday. And Levante David.
All right, well, I take back what I said about them being a little healthier.
Yeah. All right, fellas. That's it. Good luck this weekend. Good luck tonight. Make some money. We'll be back on Sunday for the kickoff show once lines and stuff will even out a little bit. We'll get our actual takes on these games.
Wait, where did Tyrod get a Super Bowl ring?
On the... Where did Tyrod get a Super Bowl?
Seahawks?
Ravens.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
No kidding.
Yeah, Ravens when they beat the 49ers. Jesus, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was when. What? Okay. Can we? Because I think Joe Flacco's getting very disrespected.
Yeah.
Just as a player. Can we keep just for a record? The quarterback who won that Super Bowl is a backup for Jalen Hurts. His backup is a starting quarterback. Isn't it crazy how the world works?
Yep.
Mysterious ways.
Mysterious ways.
That's interesting. Wow. I would never remember that.
No, I wouldn't have either. Thank you, Isaac, for enlightening
good.
us.
That is a good fun fact.
That was a nice little fun
extremely
fact. That was good. All right, fellas, we're out of here.
Yep.
Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the bets. Enjoy the sports. Make some money.
Brag about it.
Brag about it. I'm excited for NHL this weekend. I'm excited for some football. Good luck. Stay safe. Win money. Take care of each other.
True.
Take care of one another. Take care of yourself. And yeah, we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for joining today. Thanks for being active in the chat, everyone who is. Thanks for tuning in. Those who lurk, we still appreciate you very much.
Let's go Sixers.
Best of luck, fellas. Let's go Sixers. Let's go Sixers.
Here they come. Oh.
Oh, God. Daniel, have a great day. Isaac, have a great day. Steve, have a great day. Anyone
Shmoney.
who's in here, have a great day.
Yes.
We'll see you on Sunday, boys and ladies.
True. Bye, fellas.
Bye,
I just want
fellas.
to make sure the timer's not there because we will not be coming back.
No, we will not be coming back in 5 minutes.